Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You guys are watching the Hunter Arena Origin. The final step, the final floor is yet to be claimed. Well, let's see if it's going to be Team IGN or is it going to be Team Yellowstone. Both of them very strong contender up here to take away the mega prize pool. So, with that, this is going to be another epic match. Hello, I'm your host. PC and I will be joined by Ray today. Hello, Ray, how are you doing?
Lovely to be joining you back again because I kind of hmm I need to find a different word, but I love that your name has a nice border right now. That's what you get for being the
No.
most active one here, of course. I mean, I don't have it. I should have grinded a little bit more, but yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. It's the grand finals, best of seven, no longer BO3s or anything. It's BO7, and
Yes,
we're looking for. I mean. Everybody wants that game 7, but oh, thank you, our beloved streamer, for adding my wife behind. I love having my wife behind me, but yeah, looking forward to how this series goes. A lot of people will definitely glaze IGN because they're a very strong team, but Yellowstone, I believe they are really strong too because they did show their performance. So let's see if it's gonna get a clean sweep, 4-1, 4-2. I'm in for it.
I am all in for a clean sweep though. I want to see if Team IGN are back because last few days we have seen how they were stepping up. It's not the old IGN we have been knowing. They definitely had a few of the tricks up in this league. So definitely, I'm just curious to know what are they going in for today. But as of now, bans of as already started. Your wife getting banned off. One of my heroes that I used to spam is also off. But Yellowstone, look at that. Joy is there. For them, the joy is such an important given the fact that it is respect. You don't want to give respect those assassins. Maybe the Hayabusa would be next, or maybe in this match he would be picking it up.
Possible, pretty much, but looking forward to it at the end. I do like the joy band for a simple reason is that because, against the Hayabusa, you can stick together or you can just build a wind of nature or something to defend yourself in the later phase. Joy does not care about any of it. Unless you're building Athena or Radiant, you're gonna get bursted out. Especially on a squishy hero, that's not a possibility, right? But you cannot really build uh, any magic defense. At most, you will have the Rose Gold, which has a cooldown. Joy Ultimate doesn't. I mean, it's very low. It's so low that you can spam it, and because of it, I feel like obviously the Joy pick has to be respected, and I like that Yellowstone is not being ignorant towards it. And I feel like IGN is also well equipped. They're like, hey, what if they ban out a Hayabusa? We might be either forced to pick Kalia or we will have to give them the Kalia because they have a different pick in mind. So they just decided they don't want to go for a trade and they instead ban out two of them. I like that IGN is banning out all female heroes. Woman
Right.
power, guys.
That's true. That's true. They just like wants to make sure that they won't be having a hard time into the land of Tron. First match of the day, it's definitely going to be somewhere where Yellowstone wants to get a advantage on, and also onto the side of Team IGN, they also want to make sure that they would be getting the snowball in. For respect, that is much more important. When he's on those assassins, he needs some path. But what if Team Yellowstone cut those path off? I'm curious to know. Let's see if they do it or not.
Interesting to see the Fanny getting banned out though. I know Respect plays Fanny, but it's been a while, and it's just the first game. I don't think a Fanny first pick, first game was honestly warranted. But hey, better safe be sorry. So they're following that route, and I respect it. Good for them. Good for them. But hey, let's see what's gonna happen next. We still have what's left out open? The Batang left out open. We also have the healer Florin left out open. Okay, respect immediate lock on that Bakshia. Damn, this guy went from least pick jungler to top pick in a one patch. One patch is all it takes.
Possibilities.
I love that you
It's
got the
all there.
reference.
It's all there. Look at that. Wasn't expecting a Bakshia to be the first pick right here, despite the normal first pick that we see. But what if this is a Bakshia room?
I'm not as supportive of that because Bakshia just doesn't fit Any roam criteria. Does he have CC? No, that first skill is not CC. He has slow. He's purely tank damage reduction. This is awesome damage. Yeah, I honestly feel like when developers designed him, did not intend this guy to be a tank because he does not have any of the tank characteristics. He's more into the high loss Uranus category. You know, just one tiny bit of CC and rest all damage. And I feel like yeah, and those heroes they always don't go to the roaming position, EXP or jungle, and Baksha purely. But okay, does this mean you're right? Why would a Baksha roam work? Peachy, you're cooking something. Tell me.
Maybe, maybe they want to give out the high loss. The Katokacha not being picked up, the high loss is not given picked up as well. Or maybe this is, you guys can pick the Florin, the healers, but we will be ready for that. Team IGN is just, making sure that they would be up against any kind of struggles and the hurdles they will be having. Now, again, I really love that they went in for a Baksha, but for what?
Yeah, exactly. If you're not gonna play him on jungle, what are you trying to chase? Unless this is a Lucas EXP, which I don't like either, because
Oh, yeah.
Lucas he's an animal, bro. Like you put animals in the jungle, you don't put them in a cage. Animal rights, you know. But yeah, jokes
Yes,
aside,
freedom.
I just a little bit confused what they're really going for here. But hey, it's IGN. I'm gonna let them cook. And after all, this is the first game. Maybe they're like, hey, you know what? We're not gonna show all the power picks in the first game. Maybe they're like, yeah, we'll try to win the game out without revealing too many of the cards of our sleeve, you know? So that might just be the possibility. But Yellowstone, I don't think they're holding back. They're just pulling up like all their mains right now. Look at it, like already picked up the Hayabusa, the Padang, and the Granger that got a Maniac, if I'm not wrong. So yep, they are not holding back. Immediately going full in lock in.
Let's go, let's go. The half of the phase of this bands are already done the picks. I mean, but yeah, here we are. It's the Florin getting banned. They did, know that the Florin might be a contender, but giving a Harriet on the hands of Aaron the Creator. No, he's not on a Granger. He's like more known to play that Granger. But I'm surprised that they did not went for him. What was the thought process though? Like they are just like, I'll just counter them. You guys don't have to, pick anything, but anyways, I'll counter you guys. That's how the screams up. That's how the picks are screaming for me.
Yeah, same for me, honestly. But we'll figure out it soon because it's still game number one. It's a best of seven series. You still have a little bit more leverage. And I think IGN is obviously they are confident, they are aware what they bring to the table. And they are not really shying away from, kind of flexing it. Like, hey, we don't really need the best picks because they could have taken the Granger for themselves. They could have taken the Hayabusa for themselves. They could have taken the Badang for themselves, but they chose none of it. They decided to go for Harriet is not a bad pick, but the Lucas and Baksha, these two picks are contradicting each other. Like, who's jungle here? Unless you're trying to push Lucas EXP. But if you're right, this means this is a Baksha EXP or a Roam, which I am not favoring. And if you, like, just like you mentioned, if it was for a Hylos, they will simply not pick a Hylos. It's not that,
Yes.
complicated for them. So I don't really get the Baksha first pick. I know Yellowstone can also pick up the Baksha if they decided to go for the Lucas jungle immediately. But yeah, that Baksha first pick is really confusing me. Let's see how it works out. Oh my god. What
That
is this? Yellowstone. Just because IGN is pulling punches doesn't mean you should too. Where is the Hayabusa going? Who is the roamer? Who
the
Oh my
me
god.
wait the the EXP Harley? No, Rome Harley. I don't think
Nah.
he's just fitting in any lane. The Xavier, the mage is close. Marksman, that is close. But ladies
Let me
and
see.
gentlemen, let me welcome
EXP
you.
Harley? Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that's an
What
EXP
will it?
Harley. No way.
Okay. I mean, his name is Harvey. Should have seen it coming. I think he was like waiting for the whole tournament.
Yes.
I'm gonna Harvey and I'm gonna play Harley. To be fair, what is the Hilda supposed to do? She clears her lanes and rotates fast. Harley mirrors it. So, to be fair, I see the reason, and the only reason they have picked I don't get it. They have an assassin. Why do they need another one for the Farsa? Because Farsa is the only one that they can that they need to kill.
That's
I
true. But
I honestly
Mourinho,
feel
though,
like
he's
I
not
honestly feel
interested.
like yeah. I
He's
feel like
not.
they're holding back.
Yeah, I mean, Yellowstone, they just want to surprise us for the first game. I think they are doing it. We are baffled. I am definitely baffled for this pick. Hardly though. Let's just say the potential is there. Like, he needs some items, but EXP Harley, where did I see this? I have not seen that in any single tournament. What is this?
This is why India is better than MPL, guys. Stop watching MPL. You
Yeah.
won't see a Harley XP coming up on the grand finals on. Just kidding, obviously. But they're cooking something. Let's see if it's edible or not. So far, it's been 0-0 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, IGN on the blue side, Yellowstone on the red, Haunted Arena Origin, and we will see our today's victor. And immediately, Witch secures a kill on Honey D, and the turtle is also coming in. I am not a like the fan of Bakshia Rome, but let's see how it works out. Oh, another kill.
Oh, and look at that
Heal.
one already done. That would be the IGN. But just because there's a Harley onto the EXP lane, Nerio has a free will. Look at him. He doesn't have to farm. He's just relying on the turtle. He's just relying on them to just give up the sets. And this game, I feel like Mirio's going to shine.
Absolutely, and that's the whole issue because I don't see the vision. The only frontline they have is a Badang, a fighter who's not exactly the most tankiest hero either. He specializes on sustain by his second skill spam shield. After it's gone, he's basically just another squishy target. Oh, a very early Feather Strike just to push Xavier back down. Oh, I think they can get a kill. No, a flicker was baited out just as I speak. But yeah, the Harley pick, I don't see it. Was it a misclick? There's no redraft, sorry. Because right now, as the game is progressing, I don't see it. Like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna engage on the top lane?
Oh, okay. Zaujin though is too aggressive on that Bakshia knows he can deal damage, so yep, why not? But on to the top lane. There we go. Hayabusa comes up with the Uigi Shadow kill, but no, Scooby-Doo jumps in. It's just kind of a interesting name though. He does have the name of a Scooby-Doo, but he's on the Lucas, so the resemblance is uncanny.
Absolutely. And right now, Scooby Doo. Alrighty.
4 for 1. 4 for
Yeah,
0.
4-4-0.
Main case though, he's been getting caught so much with the Parang as well. They do have the Parang, they can get these sets on, but they needed an EXP laner though. They needed something who can do the sustain, but okay, into the bottom lane, he does wins that crab onto his hands. They do have the Hayabusa for the snowball. If he has enough items, if they push this game towards the 15th minute, I'm pretty sure they can do it.
Absolutely. And oh, what is that? The Badang immediately gets taken down. Shishti and Scooby Doo. Isn't that respect? Yeah, that's respect.
That's
Like
true.
for a second, I was confused who you were referring to Scooby Doo. I don't pay attention to names for the well-renowned teams, because I usually know who's playing. But it's nice. It's nice when they pull up with the different kind of
Yes.
names. But 0-5-0 already. They're going for more.
Oh, Menkes, he's already low. Look at that. Zaushin, onto the other hand, they are playing it quite aggressively. Team IG, and no, trapping Zaushin under the walls as of now. But top lane, they just moved it on. Continuum will be busted out. And the creator taking up so much turret damage. He just trusted Lucas so much. And this is what the synergy I've been talking about. Wait a minute. There's Uigi Shadow kill coming in for which he will be taking that first kill coming in for the side of Team Yellowstone. And onto the other note, they are moving in. That would be the Mirio. Retribution would be there to slow down Mirio, but no, Maincast has to go back.
Right now the score is 7-1 and it's only been 5 minutes and IGN is already showing it's not showing showing the dominance, and it's pretty clear because it's the EXP gap. Because who's the initiator, who's the frontliner, who's supposed to give the peel, who's supposed to give the flank, because the Harley is not providing any of it. So I feel like they have really taken the L here and they're just gonna suffer for a little bit until this game inevitably ends, because Xavier too. Xavier doesn't have anything like that can, stop him from getting taken down by Lucas. Look at him. There's nothing.
Oh my, Menkes though, he's gonna take it now. That would be the blast from this Lucas. For IGN, this is a sweet, slow game though. They are just getting it onto their hands just because of one misclick probably. Or maybe they want to cook something with their Harley though. It's not too late. We cannot judge this too early.
Absolutely. And let's just see how it so far goes around. Oh, look at it. And they take another kill. Oh, it was actually
Yep.
no, it was actually Lilson who took the kill. Sorry. They took down Sojin, but it's all okay. He's just a Baksha. Baksha's main utility is just being the sandbag in front right now. But into the top lane, look at it. Hilda trying to solo 1v5. Barely scripts it off. But okay, Miriam
He
runs away.
survives. He survives to see another day. But I'm the creator into the mid lane though. That would be the Harley trying to poke him down, trying to give a taunt onto him. But wait a minute, Maincast though, I don't think he'll be caught out. He will be going back at the right moment. For now, Team Yellowstone, they cannot contest for the turtle, they cannot contest for the Lord. The goal difference is riding so high up that Yellowstone have to move back, even with a Harley, even with a Hayabusa. When you're on a Hayabusa, you are supposed to play aggressively, but when he's making those aggressive plays, it is not in his hands.
And the point is 8-4-2 right now.
Oh, he moves away. The flicker coming in at the right moment for this Barang. But at the same time, Zaushin and the creator, they are in the lurks. 50% HP down for and the creator moves in with the teams. He knows he has to come up. They do have the Xavier though. The lane clearance could be there onto their hands, but for how long? For how long they can defend?
Yeah, I've just like I mentioned, I feel like this is an inevitable end that they're just kind of delaying it because one weakness for IGN is that they kind of find it hard to end the matches. Oh, Farsa, oh, that was pretty bad. But here comes Scooby Doo.
Which down?
Where are you?
It's down. That means the backlaners could be farming comfortably. They could deal damage comfortably. Okay, the immobilize is too heavy for and the creator, but he dashes away trying to get it on. But he has to go back. He will be dying in that. Scooby Doo thus jumps in. He's all alone. He will be shut down. That will be the continuum. But at the same time, Harvey and Meteor into the bottom lane. That is the 1v1. He's still able to dish out more than damage, like 600 at one instant, which is a good thing. Now this is the time where Yellowstone has to strike back. Look at that. Onto the top lane, they are trying to push it in, but Zhao Zhen though, I don't think he can do anything alone.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, Saujen. Maybe, I mean, I think IGN, it's one of their weaknesses, and I think it's something that they can leverage actually, because, IGN finds it really difficult to end the games really fast. I've been noticing it all throughout this tournament. They extend games unnecessarily even when they have the upper hand lead, and sometimes it almost feels like the game is slipping away from them. But hopefully that's not the case because this match is completely under their control. There's no proper EXP laner, but if they go too late, one thing, the Padang.
Nah, not looking good. Harvey as well. He's too low. He does have the burn effect onto him, but no, he won't be going down. And the creator still, dashing away left to right, trying to deal damage. Zaushin with the revitalize. He will be, making sure that he will be having HP. But and the creator though, for him, the Xavier is a problem. Oh, Menkes has got that. He got that Wiki Shadow kill. One more hit, and he will be going down. What a kill coming in from main Kaz, and this is where Yellowstone are striking back. This is where I feel like Yellowstone, they have a very strong late game. No matter they are losing the early game.
And 8-4-6 score right now, and as the game progresses, just like I said, Harley skills of good late game really well, but he's not able to dish out any damage. Was that a flicker play just to take him down? I respect it. But hey, let's go, and they should be able to end it the game, but I think this game is at least gonna go 4 minutes more. IGN just can't find the proper loophole to end.
Agreed. But they do have the assassin though, main Kaz onto the side of Team Yellowstone. he can split push. He is trying to do that, but IGN are well aware about that. They know when to push in, when they know, but okay, for the rest are coming in. And that's just to poke them off. But this is what I was talking about. IGN are well aware that where Hayabusa could be going next, and they are just stopping his pathway. He's just not letting them. But at the same time, here we are. It's first game. Will Yellowstone leave it into the hands of IGN?
I think they will. But let's see, 96 score right now. The game progressing towards that 12-minute mark. And right now, I think this is just going to be a slow burn until IGN inevitably takes this game number one, because I just feel like that's going to be the case overall. But let's see, Lord's going to be coming in 15 second. Not much goal disparity, just 2,000. Honestly, I expected a little bit more. Talking about the itemization, I feel like it's going to be all classic, but I would. Yep, there we go. The itemization, thank you.
Oh,
Excuse me.
the Fury Hammer, though. I really like how Mirio did make a Fury Hammer so that he knows that he will be dealing a little bit of a damage. But Granger with the Sky Piercer, good item on him. But he don't have that kind of a kill though. Okay, into the back lanes. Hayabusa jumps in with a wiggy shadow kill, unable to get his damage on. He will be stopped by Zaujen. Look at them. They want to take a piece of that, and they will be flicker out coming in from Witch, and they would be not getting any trade out of this. But Harvey though, nice one into the back lanes. He did get Aaron the Creator. This means they will have to slow down for the Lord.
They don't have Aaron, but they do have rest of the members, so it's still a go. But just like you mentioned, they have to kind of wait for him. I apologize if I'm sneezing. A little bit cold in my place, excuse me. But yeah,
It's fine.
10 to 7. I think Yellowstone can relate there also from my city. But oh, Shishti? Missed out. Missed out.
No
That
way.
is so sad. Like, he was in the perfect spot to go for the Scooby-Doo, but he like, nope. He also dashed in. That was insane.
Interesting game coming in for the side of Team Yellowstone as well. They are here to retaliate. They know they have to get the game in. They have to put a stone. They have to write it in the stone, though. Okay, yeah, we just won the first game. They're trying it, but Harvey, I like the position. He's waiting it out, but Witch, he's well aware his positioning. You cannot fool the Witch though.
He's a witch. You can't fool him. But hey, into the Lord Pit. A Lord only chunk down 50% HP. Yellowstone going in for the mark. Let's see if they can get the kill.
Oh, Lord still in the contest. Scooby-Doo looking quite low. Mancat jumps in. Wiggy shadow kill. No one to protect and take away the damage. This is how Yellowstone strike backs. This is a green light for the Lord, and they will be trying to take it away.
Harley is not able to dish out any damage. Like, yeah, he has 2 kills, but like, hey, as far as I have like some kind of defense, I would love to see the items again. I missed out a little bit. Okay, Rose Gold. No. It was just the Blood Wings. Yep, just the Blood Wings. Overall, Harley definitely needs a little bit more penetration though. But Granger so far, 2 kills only. I don't think he enough stacks on the Sky Piercer either. So
Nope.
nothing
I
much.
doubt that.
Yeah, nothing much. But it's just like I mentioned, IGN just cannot end games on time. And it really puts them on positions where the games kind of start to slip away, even when they have the winning hand. Because look at him. Look at them. Right, 10, like the score was 7-0, but right now it's 10-8. And just like I mentioned, this game is gonna go 15 minutes at least. And they're still not able to end. Instead, the lines are a little bit, changed. But okay, they secure a few kills and they're able to defend this Lord. But look at it. Aaron the Creator loses against Continuum. That's not a good sign, is it?
No, it's not. Definitely Hanny G trying to stun up, but he's taking so much damage. Dawning Light coming in for the Zaujen. Zaujen with the revitalize as well, not able to deal that damage. He will be going down, but before that, Zaujen as well. The Lord is still having just a minuscule of HP, but will be taken out. But there's a cannon minion though. Will Miro be able to take it out? Okay, Saisty moves back. Then, yep, they get the defend on Yellowstone. I feel like they are a perfect contender for the team IGN. While while Yellowstone really focuses on to the late game, IGN is the early for them. Now that the early game is over and Yellowstone are the ones stealing away every single possible, creeps and farm onto their hands, what will Team IGN do? Because the farm is not on the side of Team Yellowstone, on the side of IGN as of now.
Yeah, absolutely. For like, it's. I mean, I've been mentioning it from the minute one that IGN finds it difficult to end, and look at how the game is progressing. It's full like Uno reverse. Even with a Harley EXP, Yellowstone is the first one to get the inhibitor turret, not IGN. Despite having two better frontliners, it's just that their target marking, look at them. They just jump completely on one guy, but that might be a cause because they just used everything.
They do. Onto the back lanes, they are falling down one by one. Scooby-Doo will be the first along with Mirio, and that is just for one member. That's the EXP laner. Not a good trade coming in, especially losing the jungler this fast. That means another lord into the hands of Team Yellowstone. Will they be able to end?
2 members down, 3 only alive. I think it's a good chance they can take down 2 of them because look at them. But Winter Crown clutch.
Oh, nice way for this and the creator to come in, but at the same time,
Harley?
no, he can't. The teleportation just is so perfectly that which won't be spared. Another lord into the hands of Team Yellowstone. Will they be going in for a contest? Mainkez is too far away. Scooby-Doo is too far away. Look at them. They are trying to go in. The vision is there. Zaujin just making sure that they will be knowing. Oh, he goes in for the ultimate. Saistri with the ultimate and the frisk attack. Just making sure. But at the back lanes, Mirio targets Harvey. He knows and respect with a perfect retribution. Thus gets it, but he will be falling now. 3 members already down. What are they going to do? And the creator needs to go back. They need to save the base.
Yeah, they kind of need to do, but 3 members already down, which finally is able to respawn. So that basically means a good defense. But that Lord play was definitely really good, really favorable for IGN. Bought them few more time, but I just feel like they had the upper hand and they kind of threw with it. I feel like they were supposed to play a lot more dominant, but hey, just like I've been mentioning, it's just the first game. Maybe they're kind of being patient. Maybe they're trying to... Oh, the Badang all alone with the crown.
No way, he does have the immortality, but he will be losing that. But at the same time, continue him. He's there into the backlines. He's there in the shadows.
He's there in the shadows. That's such a edgy line. Like, I am the shadows. I shouldn't do that. But the weather is not good here. I'm sorry. Stay healthy, folks. Stay hydrated. Don't drink too much soft drinks. Okay, it's actually unhealthy for you. Because if you eat too much sugar, your body takes more time to dissolve it, and you basically lose more water. So yeah, don't do it. I drank too much soft drinks lately when it was hot. But yeah, don't do it. But anyways, talking about dissolve, this match is kind of dissolving because, I mean, this game was 100% IGN. There's no matter how you look at it, it feels like IGN really let the game slip away from them. But to be fair, a Baksha roam is not the best thing either. So I kind of see it because Baksha, like, Hilda is not exactly an initiator. She just goes angrily, aggressively. But other than damage, what does she have? She doesn't have enough crowd control to make a set. On the other hand, even if they have one frontliner, that one frontliner can make good sets. Look at them. They just jump on him.
That's true. Try to go in. Scooby-Doo does deal damage. Harvey will be targeted. He will be taken down onto the backline. So I do see Menkes trying to make a play, but he's not able to. Scooby-Doo with the perfect Winter Crown. He beats every single thing. And IGN with almost a wipeout coming in. The aggression, the plays are looking so good that the team IGN are back on track.
Finally, about time. It's not that I'm like trying to support IGN. It's just that, like, they have the better draft. They had the lead. What happened? Honestly, I just feel like it's something that IGN has been facing difficulty, but Oshishti buying out necessary time, uses up everything. Immortality swap, Winter Crown, everything just to defend the lane. Main case is going to be online right now. Will he be alone able to defend? Oh no! All of the members are coming. You know, that is worth it. That is worth it. He was able to buy out enough time, but let's see if it's enough.
Let's see, let's see. The base is still open. The inhibitors are going down. Team IGN could have prioritized the bot lane at least. But I don't think that could have gone a good way for them. But at the same time, the Lord is here. You're talking about the red aura Lord coming here. Zaushin, he knows he had to use the revitalize, cannot be saving in and killing spree. Harvey caught once again. I feel like for the Yellowstone, the surprise factor, Harvey was the one who was targeting the backlane, especially Aaron the creator as well as the witch, and he was the one taking them down. That means the backlane damage was off. Now that he's off, IGN are getting that upper hand.
Immediately. But this game has been extended far too necessary. It's just inevitable end needs to come soon enough. Because I'm gonna be honest, this match is not that intense. Like, just being honest, I feel like IGN is lacking on a certain factors, but I also feel like it's a best of 7 series, and they have cooked up something for the later on matches. They don't want to reveal those picks yet, because if they do, it will get banned onto the next matches. They don't want to risk it. So they want to secure the game one with the most simplest draft they possibly can, and they just go in with the typical Lucas Harris and Hayabusa stuck alone, and yeah, he's getting shut down.
He's
All
going down, but wait though, what a narrow escape for him. The Lord's coming down. Team IGN have to push down. That means they will be having to take down as much as possible. At the
boom,
same time, the Lord like coming in. RB once were to being caught out. Saisty will be the next, I feel
no
like. But
frontliner.
no, he's into the back lanes. The base is not being targeted. The Lord trying to march in while Saushin taking so much turret from the damage, unable to do so. There's a Aaron the creator with the immortality play. But the Lord though, it's targeting the
Oh my
base. We have to
god.
do a continuum. Will be strike out of this alley as well as Aaron
Minions.
with though. And there we go. Team IGN wins of the first game.
It was an agonizing match, gonna be honest with you. Like, oh, I think both of the teams also suffered. They were like, when is this game gonna end? Because, like, 22 minutes with, like, a Harley EXP, that is insane work. But yeah,
Insane.
main credit is Honey G and Continuum. Both have range, both have lane clear, both have damage, and because of it, they were able to hold out for 22 minutes. And because Lucas was basically their only, Lucas and Hilda were their only flank, heroes. I just feel like they didn't have enough to really take down Xavier enough. Like, he only got taken down twice. So yeah, but I think we can talk about the match more, and I think we can let our next casters do it more. But I think we have to take a first break, right, Peachy?
Yes, and don't go anywhere. We do have a guest caster coming in, so it's definitely going to, he's going to hype it up. With that, let's take a short break and let's see the second game who wins it up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Hunted Arena Origin powered by RRG Esport Syndicates in collaboration with the Fusion Prime and Simp Official and Draco Official and Vista as well. Here we are for the grand finale. Yes, guys, B07 series kicking off right now, and the first set was a literal set for both the teams. What a game! What an amazing set it was. I mean, both the teams were fighting nerve to nerve, and in the end, we just saw IGN taking the first set into their hand. It's IGN versus Yellowstone, and we are going for the second set. It's your boy Ashties in the casting deck, and with me is none than my bro will be joining me after 2 months. The last time we casted, it was at Blank Esports, I remember. Now he's
Yeah,
back with all those fun. Hello, Rick. How are you? How have been doing
I
all this?
am. Oh man, I was so coped up with exams. I just couldn't, enjoy casting, and I was worried about exams, and then I was also worried about, whether I could have time to join in on casting. But finally, exams are done, and I'm finally back. I would say just for tonight though, because I'm so excited once again. Ash TZ, this is I think you're one of the very few people that I have a really good synergy with as well when it comes to casting as well. So yeah, I mean you know what, the first round I was witnessing it, it was utterly scary to the point where I was like, no, they're gonna lose. I'm like, no, wait, they're gonna lose. No, and then out of nowhere, the Lucas just comes up, beating them left and right. But then again, the Badam was also dealing a huge ton of protection for his teammates. So, and I think that could have been, the reason why they didn't really have much of a dive in heroes, unlike the Hayabusa. But then again, you know what? Hayabusa can only do so much against heroes that have a huge ton of dash. So there we have it. The first round does go to IGN as always, and we do see a Joy being banned out here, Ash TZ.
Yup, and it might be the reason that respect use, joy, suyu, mobility kind of junglers, therefore is there in the ban list. But what was a game that was? I was watching from the YouTube, then I was mesmerized from both these sides. I mean, a Harley pick for the EXP keeps reminding me of that Keyboy's Harley pick and just targeting the X. This time the Harley was targeting Reach all the time, and in the end, that Feather
Mhm.
Airstrike taking down that Badang, and then that Flicker coming up, targeting the base, taking on the base. Everything was dramatic. You can say
Yeah,
everything was sort
exactly.
of dramatic. And right now, here we are for the second match. The drop going on. Matilda in the ban list, Joy in the ban list. I don't know how it gonna goes for both the teams.
I just realized again. We've watched IGN play so much. It's scary to give him, give Aaron the Granger. So Yellowstone has to, I have to. I always mention this again because I've never seen anyone play Granger like this, like Aaron himself. And I do love the fact that they prioritized him in the first round so that Aaron won't be able to do much. And it was kind of true that he wasn't able to do much because the Hayabusa was always behind him and making sure that he kind of not enter the group fight a little too much. But then again, it had worked out for IGN, and even though the EXP Harley was a lot of people would say uncalled for and something they would never witness again in their life. But then again, they saw it live right here on YouTube, and it worked so well for Yellowstone, and they did it once again. But the first round, as we've said before, the late game was, I think, maybe lacking. I think the tankiness was a little too, uh, much on the side of IGN. So that's the reason, definitely would be the reason why IGN would take the first round as well.
Yep, and it's always that. I mean, experience do matter. We know that Yellowstone is a new team. They are new into the scene. Even though they're new into the scene, they literally fought back well against IGN. I mean, IGN is an OG team. We all know this from the starting of MLBB. I mean, from 2019, we all know so many legends are being in this team. I7 like names are carved in this team's history. So I mean, you expect the win obviously from I mean against Yellowstone, but this way, the way Yellowstone fight back, it was way out of the league, I can say, because I was not expecting that type of gameplay against IGN. I mean, IGN is a contender for the Mythic leaderboard. They were about to go to the Mythic leaderboard after the Mythic showdown. Were damn sure I'm about that. But right now, being in the top of the Elite leaderboard and Yellowstone has not even entered into the elite leaderboard stage. Will be entering soon. Perhaps if they win this match, win this finals, they need to win one
Exactly.
community cup. Then they can go for that elite leaderboard place. But right now, the play, the game style, everything was perfect from these kids against the IGN. I mean, taking down Aaron, taking down Mirio every time. They
Oh
literally proved
man.
that Yellowstone is right now in a zone. They just didn't just played against the Ryuga Esports and won the match. I mean, they lost the finals, but in the Nordwin Community Cup, but they do manage to fight back against Ryuga Esports as well. They took it to the last game in a BO5 series, and right now it's
Exactly.
the BO7 series at the Hunter Arena Origin. What do you think? I mean, we have casted a lot of matches for IGN, but I don't think you have casted a lot of matches for Yellowstone because they are new in the scene. When you are off from the scene, they just come that time into the scene. So I was telling you the history of Yellowstone. They have won a Shadow Rise name tournament. It was a 5,000 cash tournament, and then they just went for the Nordwind Community Cup. And in the first season, they went to the finals, and they became the runners-up. And right now, here we are, their third tournament, and they're in the finals again. So this team is growing, man. Wherever they're going to the finals. They're carving their name. So what do you think? I mean, are we gonna see a fight back this time? Are we gonna see a reverse sweep or a clean sweep? What do you think from
You know,
IGN?
I would say like they have a really pretty good chance at beating IGN from the way the first game was being played. It's always the first match of the game that determines the outcome. But then again, there are those teams that just do better in the later stages. IGN, I would say somewhat they are there, but we do not know about Yellowstone. I haven't watched them yet, but so that this is the reason why I came, is because I want to find out what they do. And oh, okay, we do see a Phobias and a Kilea being banned out here. These guys are always in the meta. I hate them, with my life, because I've gone against them, and I do not like them. I like playing them, but I hate going against them. And I have to say they truly deserved in the ban list right here.
Obviously, you being a chow main, obviously you should hate a phobias for real because the mobility kicks off really hit hard when a
Exactly.
phobias came in front of you. But right now, these two bands depicts one more thing that maybe Team Yellowstone won the Harith into their hand. Look at that. Hayabusa will be in the banning list. They don't want Respect to get that into his hand. Right now, Lucas being open. One more ban may be coming from the IGN because if they will be trading this Lucas to the side of Team Yellowstone, it may be a
Exactly.
little bit of hindrance to them, but which do place Valentina. It's open right now. They can go for the Valentina pick as well. And we have also seen that Franco coming into the zone right now, into the meta. Little bit of meta Franco and Arlot even getting banned the MPL matches into the Aurora versus Team Onyx PH. I saw or Arlot ban. That means the MPL meta is changing. So hardly we're gonna see that change in the Indian meta as well soon because the fighter meta coming on, and you will be you will be more happiest person I have ever known because the fighter meta is coming on and you are a fighter player.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. I'm gonna have fun. Oh, Lucian is being banned out. Okay, this is good. Valentina, as you have said, has always been in the meta. I do love the fact that she's just, the epitome of what Kakashi should have been. But like, yeah, I'm just saying. Ah, okay, so the first pick is gonna go up to Yellowstone as well. These guys, they are showing promise, and I don't think that IGN is gonna have a clean slate against these guys. Even if they do, it's gotta be one hell of a battle between these two because the way the first game was being played, I do love the roamer, man. He's doing really exceptionally well, and over the fact that he wasted all of his resources just so that they could get another chance at getting the fight when they were all wiped out. Now that's the kind of thing that a roamer or whatever, a player, someone who understands your team, someone who understands the mechanics of the game, this is something that they would do. Instead of marking the heroes, they would mark something else that would kind of completely advert against what the opponents are going to do, and then they're just going to have to be forced, to either take him out, or they have to either defend their own lane, or they're going to have to make sure they do something in order to win that round. But then their roamer once again has done it, and Badang has been picked out once again. This is looking good.
Yep, and one more thing that maybe it was because of the Fanny pick from the side of team IG, and Respect do play is Fanny good. Therefore, the reason they just went for that Badang so that the Fanny pick will be closed down for now. But look at that. I was talking about the Lucas. It will be a great trade, but they just missed the trade. They went for the Badang. Maybe a fear for the Fanny's Respect's Fanny. But right now, we're going to see a Lucas again into the hand of Respect. We saw the miracle in the previous match from Respect's Winter Crown play, if you have seen that. I mean, it was totally
Yeah, I
amazing
saw
at
that.
that point. Superb, I will say. But right now, again, they're back with the Basha Rome this time. This is something kicking off right now. People are going for Basha Rome. What I'm seeing? Okay, closing down the scenes for the Fanny when you took a Badang for your side, but then you're clicking a Fanny for yourself and a Granger as well, not giving the Granger to the side of IGN because you know the Aaron's comfort is a Granger, but right now, had it been still open, well, maybe prioritize.
Oh, okay, this is looking interesting. Oh my goodness me, Ash, what the heck is going on? Okay, Basha is, honestly better off as a jungler, but if it's gonna be looking out like this and a hero like Badang is gonna come in, maybe the ultimate skill coming up from Basha and the anti-heal as well, it's really a double-edged sword if you think about it, because he deals a lot of damage, even with tank items as well.
I mean, you
Man.
will not believe. I saw Kaja Rome as well in tournament by Rayuga Esports, and now Basha Rome is too common, bro. You just out from 1 month, and Ricardo, you'll be thinking like, bro, what is going on? I was just 1 month away from the game, and they're going for a Basha Rome, bro. It was totally surprising for you, but not for me because I've been seeing this since a week. I've been seeing this. Basha is going for the Rome. Basha is going for the EXP as well. People are choosing it for the EXP and Rome, and you know why? He got the mobility. He can rotate.
Yeah.
That's the main reason they're going for a Basha Rome. And one more reason is you need to catch up the backliner. You need a tank who can go for the backline, just like Gatotkacha's AOG or High Loss Glorious Pathway. And Basha is perfect. He can jump up onto the onto the mage, and can catch up them. So that's maybe the reason people are opting this Basha Roam nowadays rather than going for a Basha jungler. Let's see how it goes for the IGN side, but we're gonna see a ban onto the Louis. I was thinking for a pick of Louis from the side of IGN, but they will be banning it, as well as Hilda will be taken out, and still Kimi being open. I think Kimi will be getting a ban right now from either from side of Yellowstone or IGN. I'm not sure, but let's see how it goes for the Kimi ban. But a lot of heroes are open at this point. I mean, a lot of EXP heroes are open. If you're gonna see that, Arlot is also open right now. Hylos being open. CC's too open right now. So if you're gonna go for a Hylos, they can go for the counter as CC. And both of the teams haven't picked their EXP yet, or maybe team IGN going for team Yellowstone going for a Badang EXP. What do you think?
I'm kind of. You know what? If you just see my face right now, you'll be laughing your ass off because I have my mouth open because I never in a million years, okay, I've never seen Bashir roam. Even before this meta happened, even before you said you saw it a week, before, I've never seen him in Rome ever since he's been released. Like that's how shocked I am right now, and I think maybe I love the way these teams cook because they love catching off casters and the viewers in the most absurd ways possible and make it happen. Isn't it true, Ash?
Hey,
Oh man.
obviously, you know that a lot of heroes are right now into the scene. People are opting it, and maybe we're gonna see these heroes again coming back into the meta, just like the Kaza being ignored, just like me by my ex. It's kind of that thing. I mean, we haven't seen the Kaza in rank games, in classics as well. People just ignored it, like it was never there. It may be getting a revamp,
Years and
coming back just
years.
like the blue, just like the Kimi's revamp was literally a big thing in the ML, I can say, and
Oh yeah,
obviously the Granger
100%.
revamp as well. I mean, after the revamp, Granger was something which was never a thing before, I can say, because he became something like he is the god MM right now. But look at that, Gatot Kacha will be into the play. That means Basha can go for the EXP as well. Gatot onto the roam. I mean, too many planks into the side of team IGN right now. They can go for the Basha jungler. They can go for Basha EXP, Roam, Gato EXP, Lucas EXP, Lucas jungler. Kind of confusing me as well as team Yellowstone. They must be thinking that what is happening. What should we go for? Should we go for a counter of Gato? Should we go for a counter of Lucas? What should we go for? But right now, Valentina's still open. Maybe opting right now from the side of Yellowstone. What do you think? Because a lot of ult she can copy at this point. AOG being there, Lucas Unleash the Beast being there, Moscow Spear of
Mhm.
was great to just have your place into a zone where fight is taking off. You
Mhm.
being on the off side and you will be going for the Spear of Destiny and you'll be there. Boom, boom. I'm there.
Exactly. I think maybe even Aurora would be a little, a bit of a situational hero coming up looking, over here because they have three really wonderful dive heroes. And her knowing, she has that frigid glacier, man, she's going to be able to help out a lot. But as you have mentioned, dude, he's going to be going to the EXP lane, the Valentina EXP, and that tank build, possibly that's coming up. And, Thunderbelt Valentina is insane, man. I've seen miracles happen with that thing. Just copying Lucas's ultimate, transforming into the Nine-Tail Beast, and just doing whatever, just raining down hell on the opponents as well. I'm not surprised that, Valentina is opt to go against a lot of heroes in the EXP lane. Whether you want to go against her in the goal lane, fine. Valentina can do that. You want her to jungle, fine. Get a really good, a strong, tank to help out with the jungling. Done. She can do that thing. She's the copy ninja, man. I'm still annoyed that they gave it to Hayabusa.
I mean,
Still annoyed, Man, they could have
it's
done one
funny,
thing.
Copy Ninja can be a girl, so can be
Yeah,
a girl.
exactly. Personas, they can make a persona, like a male persona for Valentine. Just give him Kakashi. I'm
I mean,
just surprised
you,
at this point,
you
but
Kakashi knows 1,000 jutsu. I know what 130 is all from the flip. I know everybody's all. But right now, here we are for the finals, and it's the second set between Team IGN versus Team Yellowstone into the blue side. And kicking off the grand finale stage of the first set went to IGN. They are ahead in the point right now. Yellowstone need to win this match to just make it in the level. But right now, match kicking off. Both the junglers taking off their aggro. It's a Lucas jungle and a Basha being in the EXP. I was suspecting that. Gatot being into the roam. I
exactly.
even played well with that draft. They just confused not only the players, but also the casters. And here
Exactly.
we are for the match, Rick. What do you think? I mean, Valentina, first match, we saw Harley being into the EXP. Second match, we are seeing again.
Okay, the cables are coming up as well. So close,
Yeah.
so close to being taken down. Xavier is locking them up one by one, but the Revitalize gets them back to safety as well. You know what, Ashes, people are probably wondering why Fanny used up that Retribution a little too early, but I think, it's a really good idea, to use that Retribution early if you have a really strong mage. A lot of jungler players here who are watching, do listen to this, and the first blood goes to Shifty right here. Oh my. Okay, that's wonderful there. Romer does get the first blood. That's going to be, really well done considering the fact that, Rich will not be having a lot of farm. They do not want that level 4 early on. But there we go, the Spear of Misery coming in as well. Cathod coming in to taunt. Guys, oh, what is happening? Fanny's not able to jump in at all, man.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, a lot of hindrances are there. You're gonna see Gatot being there, as well as the Basha being there. So, I mean, Moscow is also there to counter the Fanny. All the Fanny counters are together right now. Catching up the Lucas. Lucas will be fine. Going back into the safer zone. Zozen zoning out the situation will be helping a lot. But here you go. It's a first turtle. The first turtle objective being up for the map right now. Falling into the map, we can see Lucas unleash the beast being on by the Valentina. Vengeance being on. Padang will be taking the turtle. And Valentina being taking down that Basha. Second kill for the Yellowstone onto the IGN. Already started and Badang. I mean, is he the roamer or the jungler taking the first blood? Then the first turtle.
the first crack was so well placed, and I just couldn't expect that retribution to be missed out by Scooby Doo as well. But there we have it. Continuum, he's trying his best. He needs to get those, the stacks as usual. Bloody Alder style, man. My goodness me. I think Moonton loves, Moonton Vista love Aldous because they're making sure that almost every hero has starting to get stacks, including the items as well. But there we have it. Oh my goodness me, Xavier is coming up as well, and I think Bashir here is trying to pull up as much as possible as well. The Spear of Destruction hitting its mark on a beautifully well placed ultimate coming up by Faramis as well. As the AOG does connect, Fanny is not going to be able to do much here, but there we have it. He has to escape, but gets away from that in fact as well. Lucas trying to make sure he joins in the fight, but I don't think that's needed much here as his team does a beautiful job at getting them down, like fighting them off really beautifully well as well. But Mouskov is taken down as well. Aaron, what the heck?
He was in a bad position, Rick. I mean, he was not needed to be into the jungle section of YAs. I mean, Fan is there. Deep Cutthroat will be providing any time to you, so that's the problem. He was totally overextending his move and just got punished for it. But right now, we're gonna see some split pushing coming out from the top lane. Moscow coming back into the zone, and the river area again popping off. That means the second little objective, the turtle, will be up soon into the map. Let's see if Badang can be able to take it down again, or maybe these two junglers will be taking it away because it's their job.
Exactly. I love Harvey's method of EXP right now. He's going tank as usual because he's gonna deal a lot of damage in up as well. The turtle is being aggravated right now by IGN, and they're trying their best to make that a start. Fanny coming up here on his way to get that retribution as well, and I think Lucas will be the one getting it, and he does get that in fact, and Badang goes down as well. The cable is not looking good for Fanny as Lucas, and that deadly combo is taken down one by one again with a beautiful double kill coming up as well. Vivich also be taking down. Oh my goodness me, Mirio! Whoa, okay, that was close. I just have to say Fanny was a really bad pick here because the combos of Lucas actually, it actually breaks down the cables. So even if you do connect it to a wall, if the first kill hits you by Lucas, it just cancelled out every movement possible, even a stun. Cancelled out a stun, cancels out movement particularly. So Fanny here is not a good choice against a Lucas jungle. But against maybe he could do really well against that Moskov, and oh my goodness, we melted down by Continuum and Shiesty. Woo, that was nasty, man.
He was off guard again and just got down over there. Gatot Kacha joining the top lane at this point to just clear it down so that split push will not be awaited. Okay, the split push will be there. AOG for the save. Still, they're getting up to the Gatot Kacha. Rhapsody, oh my goodness, revitalizing, popping over there. Dawning Light coming on, but it will be a save for the Gatot Kacha after using a lot of resources to be out from the situation. But I mean, Aaron, the creator, is not creating that vibe. He always create. I don't know why.
I guess his time will come soon once the golden staff and the corrosion does pop in, and there we have it. Once again, the vengeance has been popped up. It's not looking good. Basha is coming up as well. Vivich forcing out that, the ultimate skill is really bad choice over here because they're going to be needing it against Harvey here, having his ultimate already ready to transform as well.
Up and we're gonna see a possible turtle being down from the IGN side, but before that, they're gonna cut off that Basha at this point. Rhapsody coming up from that Continuum. AOG right now on 2 people. He'll be shooting him down. Perm is coming on. He will be doing the ult. Badang will be getting down at this point. All is the beast coming on. And here you go. They got one more kill, but Valentina will be taking out that Basha. Look at that. They're going for the Valentina. Lot of damage onto her. 3-man onto 1 people, and it will be. And the creator from the back giving a lot of damage, but Lucas Respect will be taking the kill onto his way. And the turtle as well.
Oh, that was nasty, man. Like I said, Fanny's not going to be able to do anything over here. Even if she's able to, get some kills against Lucas and that transformation, it's not going to work out well. And they're going to have to think about dealing with him first because he is the main damage dealer right now. Moskov, Aaron here, he's just starting to build, and the power strike. I forgot what was the term called. Oh my goodness me. Oh, there we have it. Fan indicator.
Yep, and Fish Crack coming up, 4-man being captured over there. Lucas will be taking down that Batang. SOD being coming up, and it will be Aaron the Creature into the scene. Sphere of Misery and the Granger will be taken down, as well as it will be Aaron the Creature being slain by the Xavier, but unstoppable onto the Xavier by Respect. Instant redemption for the Creator. He literally didn't wait for it. But right now, taking down that turret, Fanny will be able to get back into the safer zone as well. I mean, I thought they will be getting down that Fanny, but it was not the case. But look at that, second neutral objective, not the second, third neutral objective into the hand of IGN.
And if that was a full loaded taunt, then they definitely would have been able to take him down, because that split second would have been given enough time for either Vich or Miro to deal a skill damage, as he probably looked like he only had like around 800 HP left. But there we have it, Fanny almost taken down and butchered, obliterated by the team. But there we go, he's trying to clear the lane as much as possible, and he does. The Spear of Misery trying to holding it in, and oh my goodness me, the power, what the heck was that? Aaron was immediately deleted, and the Assassin emblem coming up so strong. But the Master Assassin not really working out, but it does in fact take Aaron down as well. There we have it, Shiesty taking down Zoshin. Oh my, what the?
I mean, they got the turrets. They're getting the macro into their hand. That's a good thing. That's a good part of the game. But this Valentina is literally giving a lot of hindrance by copying the ult. And look at that, they will be taking another turret, but Mirror of Destruction will be there, and it will be destroying that Granger as well. Coming up next, again, one more kill will be getting into the hand. Double kill for Aaron the Creator. He's being online. Triple kill for him. He's getting the Xavier as well. But a shutdown will be there with the All is the Beast. All being copied down by the Valentina with a double kill onto the Basha as well. Lucas being there onto the offside, but he will be going to give some split push in the mid lane at this point. But look at that, Alan being online again into the late game. We were suspecting it.
And he finally has that golden staff, and it's going to work out well because he's going to be able to spam that Spear of Misery and the teleport that's coming up as well. Lucas, his ult being taken down once again. I think that was a little too rushed coming up by Scooby-Doo as well, which does get away from that, and they're not able to get the objective. That is the the turret over here. And once again, the Lord has been popped up. I think they might take this chance to take it down, and they do. They need this Lord in order to at least take away the middle turrets over here, and that's gonna be pretty good, as so far. As the bot lane here still has all of its turrets as well. They're going to be pushing it down deep, and they do get that as well. First Lord has been popped up. What the?
Yep. They got the Lord. That's a good thing. That's a good, remarkable trade they won right now. But look at that. At the sliver of HP, Fanny will be able to go back. But here you come. He is in a very bad position. AOG onto the mark, going back, but will be stunned around by the Xavier and the Sky Pierce. The popping over there will be taking down the Katotka, and Lucas being trapped down again. The Beast will be taken out as well. It's a double kill for the Granger. This is why you shouldn't go for that. It was a rush for, and I mean, Respect. Should have went for that. The Lord is coming up right now onto the top lane. Will be IGN managed to defend it? Oh, are we gonna see a fifth set? I'm not sure.
Oh, definitely, it's possible over here because these two are really good teams as well. But Yellowstone new, they're new, and they're taking down a powerhouse like this. This is not good, they have such good hopes coming up here, and a lot of faith coming up, on their side, and they're confident that they're going to be able to take them down. And confidence is what we need. We need that attitude in order to make plays like this, and they're doing so exceptionally well, and it's working out pretty well from their fact as well. The Fist Cry coming from the down, a beautiful play, but I don't think it's working out. Lucas with the transformation comes up. It's in him, so close to being taken down, but there we have it. The immune saves his butt as well, but Fanny coming up, Vivich taken down as well, and I think Mirio is going to be falling down to the hands of Harvey. Once again, they're pushing it in strong. They're doing so well, man.
Yeah, you go. We'll be taking out the Totkasha. Granger will be the one right now. Why, yes. Coming back into the zone. We'll be taking on the game number 2 for them. They are going for the base and they will not be
Beautiful.
waiting for it and will be clearing it up. The Hokage house will be destroyed. The Leaf village will be destroyed by the almighty push from the Yellowstone. They will be taking on this game number 2 and this finals will be going on to the game number 5. This is what everybody wants. Maybe it will be on to the game number 7. We are not sure. But right now, what a game from Yellowstone. Even though the start was great for them, I mean, IGN did manage to lose 2 kills from the beginning. Badang was the one who took the first turtle as well as the first blood. It was a remarkable start for that Badang, I can say. But right now, Yellowstone being up with their Valentina pick in the end towards the EXP. And you told about the Valentina 2 was great in the EXP, and it did work great. I mean, it was not only the EXP Valentina, it was the one who was carrying up the match and Continuums. Getting that early snowball, taking on the match onto his hand, it was totally 100% gameplay from the side of Team Yellowstone. But right now, we'll be taking a short break. We're coming up for the third set. Let's see what will be happening in the third set. We're going to see a reverse sweep from Yellowstone or IGN coming back? We'll be taking a short break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third round of the grand finals over here in RRG Esports. You know what, Mako, I have a lot to say because the first round was beautiful. The second round was even more beautiful. So Yellowstone and IGN, these two teams here, Yellowstone being new, they are really dominating right now. And the fact, even though they lost the first round, they were able to make up for the loss in the first round. And the fact that they almost won with a Harley EXP and gave IGN a really tough time. That's something no normal team can do. And they were about to pull it off. And then again in the second round, we go with the kind of obvious Valentina EXP. But the fact that the Harvey did so well in that lane, taking down Lucas again and again, and even at times taking away the Faram's out, and just helping his teammates out, and look working more as a support on times when they do need it, and they worked so well. And the third round here, they're on a tie right now, Miko. So it's a one-on-one. I'm your caster Ricardo right now as we go on to the third round with the one and only Mako. So Mako, how are you?
Hello, Ricardo. I am pretty good, but then again, I'm just so excited about what's gonna happen. Let's see, look at that. The bans are already going on. Looks like both the teams definitely know who to get rid of. There's the Fanny, the Batang, and Matilda, all the setters, as well as the high mobility, backlane diver, especially the
Exactly.
Phobius and Kalea, the pickoffs have also been taken out. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's the joy coming in.
Oh man, this is gonna be a respect ban. This is pretty good. And in the second, the previous match just before this as well, they, the jungler here picked Fanny on the side of Yellowstone, and Aaron just, couldn't do much because he was taken down 3 times, but those 3 times that he got taken down, it was really during a crucial moment, and he just couldn't get that power spike he needed. He eventually got it, but it was a little too late as well. And Badang here, oh my goodness me, Shiesty from Yellowstone was doing so exceptionally well, even getting the turtle on the first half as well, and he even got the first blood. So that kind of really worked out well for Yellowstone, and they were able to get back on their feet and redeem themselves from the first round that which they had lost and almost won. Mention that once again with a Harley EXP. Man, that is intense. There's some PH, stuff going down here right now, and it's wonderful. But we do see a Zushin being picked out here for the mid lane for the side of IGN. Once again, we do see a Hayabusa. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Gatot as well. Gatot being a flex pick is gonna be pretty wonderful, Miko.
Definitely. I feel like, the fact that they picked up Hayabusa, that is a bit of denial coming in from Scooby Doo, as well as a really good counter against Azushin. Also, Hayabusa definitely does better against a Harith as well. So that definitely means that Iran will not be able to go in for the Hayabusa. So, sorry, the Harith. So he's back to his one of his favorites, that is the Granger. Understandable.
Oh.
Also, the Hilda coming in, she's gonna have so much harass against a Hayabusa. That is definitely a good pick. Once again, with a Harriet, that is a stalemate at to the goal lane.
I'm seeing Hilda back in the meta for the EXP, which is pretty good. I really like that, and she's quite durable, and the fact that she's able to hold out lanes a little bit more longer than most heroes like Yuzhong or even the Deroth over here. Knowing their durability, and Terizla, we cannot forget him. Knowing their durability, Hilda is getting back on her feet. And she's currently in the metas with her being banned out in immortal lobbies as well. So it's working out pretty well. We do see a chip and a Basha. Okay, this is good. Basha has proven to be a huge problem for Yellowstone here in the first 2 matches, and they're doing pretty well. And I think banning him out would be pretty good considering the fact that Gatot is going to be in the first, the front line, and he's that anti-heal with the damage he's dealing and the slow he's going to be providing. It's going to be a little too much for Gatot to handle. So I think this is a pretty good chance over here.
Definitely. Now, both the teams are actually, pretty aware of what the other team might go for. The Xavier, the Bastia, this definitely shows us they're not really going for like, the meta bans, but also especially heroes which will be targeted or like, countering them. I feel like Sicilian could be still a valuable pick, but then again, they need some amount of flow and some amount of map control maybe against the Hilda. Also, we do have yet to see what kind of hero they will go in for the jungler. Maybe a support utility, maybe I'm not sure. But oh, look at that. The Eve coming in. Now that is a really good pick because she does have the map control. But against that, they definitely need some mobility.
Oh, that is looking pretty good, and I would like that she's gonna be the one, poking a huge ton in the late game because that first kill of hers is just gonna be 2 seconds, and she's just gonna be spamming it up whenever she wants with, the enchanted talisman coming up to help her with the mana regeneration and the cooldown as well. So that's gonna be a really nice, bush awareness also coming up from Team Yellowstone here as well. So IGN really needs to work this out because the EXP or the roam, possibly as Hilda is also flex big, right, Miko?
Definitely. I feel like Yellowstone is still missing some amount of CC right now, but they do have the range. They have the poke and harass, which is gonna be very effective. But on the same hand, even IGN, they do have the harass with the Hilda. They have some amount of poke with the Zushin. But the dive in and the burst CC coming in onto that Zaza, and the fact that they have a Khalid. I feel like Khalid is the roam maybe, and
Yeah, I think.
Hilda could be the EXP while they are both flex picks, but then again, I feel like the diving capability of the Raging Sandstorm would be really helpful.
Ooh, okay. I did not expect the Paquito for the EXP, and this is looking nice because he's gonna be able to kind of keep that Hilda away from him as much as possible as well. The stacks coming up from Hilda right now is a little too annoying, and the ultimate dealing a bonus damage from all those stacks is something you really want to evade as much as possible. And Paquito making with a lot of I would say range. He has a lot of range as well coming up and a lot of knock-up and pushes as well. So this is going to be looking good on the XP lane. The gold lane here, Aaron may have trouble, but it is his comfort pick, Miko. So I think he's going to be, he's going to be finding it a little bit troublesome, but also at the same time not really, worried about it as he's going to have the Khalid there on their side. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the third round as both IGN and Yellowstone have 1 point each. This is the third game. And I would say this is working out pretty well for Yellowstone.
He does have the flicker, and with the Sky Piercer, he definitely has a lot of burst, as he has a lot of range, mobility to cover. So if he
Yeah.
does get fed, this is gonna be really bad for Zushin or Granger either ways. Because sometimes it's like even the most non-meta hero or some heroes you don't really expect to see would actually cause a lot of irritation. But look at that. Oh my goodness. The fluttering praise and the crimson lantern. That is dealing a
Oh,
lot of trouble, and he looks like he's already pretty low.
my goodness me, that was so close. Hani G over here was almost taken down by Hilda, but I think maybe the movement, the auto attack actually went to the minion. So I think he was kind of saved there from almost wasting that flicker as well. But then again, he does have to pop it up quite too early over here, and I think it's let's say they're still on par with each other right now. There's not much of a difference there. Finally, the junglers are level 4. Vivich making sure that he has that vision, and there we go. Shiesty has been exposed.
Yeah, both the teams really are doing well for the Vision game because, they do have a lot of poke and all. But then again, there are going to be ganks soon enough. Look at that bottom lane. Harrison is already stationed there, and looks like Ranger is also aware of this fact. Khalid is also making his way, but then again, the turtle is coming. Both teams definitely have to contest for it. So this is an understandable development.
Hey, as IGN are the first to start the turtle, they're coming back. Yellowstone, look at guys here. He's being locked down by that Hilda, and it's gonna be a pretty good choice as well. But there we go, the Paquito steals it. coming up all the way from the XP lane, and he does get that. In fact, the real world manipulation has been popped up as well. Khalid looking like he might not be able to sustain this, but there we go. The quicksand guard does save him, in fact. And oh my, Harvey, once again, the EXP, he has to be the MVP of the, all these three matches here for the side of, Yellowstone, because he has been the one to make sure that, oh my goodness me, the flicker hasn't set. Goes down once again on that beautiful tower dive. Oh my goodness me. What the?
That is really good. I know, right? So as I said, like sometimes it's your comfort picks which really help, but look at that. Once again, looking so low Khalid with a quick sand guard and health is also here for the rotation. Looks like, oh, that was a defensive AOG, a really good decision because he would have definitely been taken down. And right now, they don't really want to give the kill. The scoreboard is not really that far apart, so they have to be really careful about what kind of engages they take.
Exactly. And I like the way Yellowstone is kind of initiating the fights here. Sometimes it's unintentional, and then they tend to mark whoever comes up, rather than the tank, and that's what I love about Yellowstone. And I've noticed that ever since the first two coming up as well, Harris popping off that ultimate here, trying to make sure that Aaron here does not get the stacks often. But there we have it. Ultimate has been popped off. Guys here making sure he gets that as well. But no, the flicker has been popped up. The Ogi Shadow kill will not be used up as well.
That was actually good. Like, he did not waste his ultimate, that is Ogi Shadow Kill, but the flicker was used. So the amount of bait that is going on, Habusa is definitely having a good time right now. Once again, look at that. He is stealing the jungle left and right. That is a lot of farm denial as well. And the fact that the first total was actually secured by Paquito, the second total is here. We are going to see a retry battle yet again. The Zaman Force has been used. Oh, the turrets. And oh, look at that. Another kill going on to Hayabusa. Right off the bat, the Raging Sandstorm has been used. Harrod getting another kill. Synchropation dealing a lot of damage. The real world manipulation has been used. And looking for double kill. One goes to Granger, but then again, that is a 4. Oh my goodness, no, that is a complete wipeout. A 1-4-5 trade and a free total. This is definitely not a good day for Team IGN.
The lineups, the lineup for Yellowstone is so good. One has a finisher hero, that is going to be the pack, making sure that the dashes are saved for whoever is trying to run away from the group fights, whether they try to get away from trying to sustain, or they're just trying to run away in order to not get wiped out. But he's always there, he's ready for the flicker coming up as well, and they do get the first turtle yet again. So Yellowstone are pretty much stocked up on gold and XP as well.
Definitely. The slow pace fight is exactly what is required right now because suddenly after getting a few kills and the totals, if you just martyr yourself and give away kills, that is gonna upset the goal balance yet again. Looks like Zush is really having troubles with the range and the void blast. Oh, once again they are at the bottom lane. Both the hypers are trying to maintain the lanes, whereas the EXPs are giving rotation. This is showing us exactly how important it is for the EXP to join the team fights and give proper rotations and all.
Mario gets away from that deadly combo. What could have been a huge loss for IGN once again. There we have it. Oh my goodness me, the pop has been popped. Oh, what the heck was that in the top lane? But there we have it. High Continuum coming up there. The ultimate not yet being popped off, but it has been used up as well. But Paquito Harvey, make sure he gets that instead. Zoshan BP AUG connecting on the two people, and there we have it. Continuum still gets that killing spree onto their side as well, but Aaron does finally get a kill on their side as well.
As not just a kill, that was a shutdown. So that is definitely in favor of IGN right now. But then again, right, oh, look at that. The damage coming in from Harrod, that is unbelievable. The Zaman Force used in between two turrets. Looks like Khalid as well, he's trying to zone out, he's trying to give a lot of vision, but then again, he's not really able to sustain enough damage. The third total is here, and look, it's gonna be a yes once again. Yellowstone with all the three totals. This is definitely a lot in favor of Yellowstone with around 4k gold like in favor of them.
Oh man, this is looking really, really good for Yellowstone here. IGN, they're gonna be on their get back on their feet as the power spike coming up from Aaron is gonna be pretty interesting. But there we have it, Harvey once again trying to make sure he gets that. But oh, the flicker to safety, he gets away, and I think he did a really good job on trying to make sure that they did waste their spells. But I think only Zushin here, which was the one who gets it. But there we have it. Once again, Khalid with the Raging Sandstorms. He does get away from that as well. What a really close call coming up from these. I can hear what the heck is happening to them on this team, and I think they kind of rushed a little bit too much on the the drafting phase over here, and Yellowstone just took their time, made sure that they saw the heroes that they're being used, and they were just like, you know what, I'm gonna pick this, and it's gonna counter them out, and they believe it, and it does. And Hayabusa making sure that Zoshin is not able to join mid fights, and then Bequito here trying to finish off as much of the heroes here as possible as well. Third dives coming in from Harith too, man. Oh my. These guys are awesome, man.
Definitely. Now that is a lot of practice as well as a really fine draft. I definitely love the fact that not everyone is stuck up onto the meta picks and stuff, but look at that. Once again, they are all very well positioned. Habusa is definitely using his mobility, trying to put on the lane pressure, but then again, oh, there is a kill. Harry has been taken out. The real world manipulation has been used. The mobility is trying to be of use, but then again, without Paquito and Habusa, both of them missing, this is not going to end well. We do see that Harith is camping onto the bottom lane. That is a good position. Once again, who he is here. The Zaman Force has been used in confusion, but then again, Granger was wise enough to just back off.
Exactly. And I think the Yellowstone here, the macro is doing so well. In fact, they've been getting the turrets more than they would usually pick off on the heroes. And oh my goodness me, Flicker saves Hanny G from that devastating impact from Hilda, but he gets away from that. And that could have been a close call, but the Flicker does save him instead. And Mako, as I was saying, in the first match as well, even though Yellowstone lost, IGN definitely lost in the macro, and that was, what was necessary for them to win. But then again, the power spike from Lucas is no joke, and they could only do so much against someone who literally immunes CC. So, while dealing damage as well. So, the first round over here had to go to IGN as the power spike coming in from multiple heroes, I would say. It was a little too much for them to deal with, but oh my god, we continue.
Unstoppable back to onto Granger. That was definitely not a good trade. Once again, they are going in so aggressive. The AOG has, oh my goodness, the monster kill. Sushin was taken down. They don't even need the Lord. They are really doing well. The mid lane turrets, the inhibitors as well. Looks like they are gonna lose a lot. The mid lane holy shield has been popped off. The bottom inhibitors as well has been popped off. Godlike coming in. Hilda was taken down. That is a wipeout, and looks like this is.
And I think this is gonna be
end of it.
Man, that was close. Once again, Yellowstone takes another round away. And I have to say, the MVP here goes to Harvey. I definitely have to say that because he's always been there for the fights, and he makes sure that either he gets away with killing two, even though he did go down in the end, he did take down two, or otherwise he made sure that the skills were being wasted out here by IGN, and that was what was necessary for their team to win. And my goodness me, guys, Yellowstone are on a streak right now, and Mako, I think what could have been what could have been done better by IGN in this match.
Definitely. Like as you said, Harvey was completely the frontline and engager for them. While I did see a lot of AOGs being used for flank and dive in directly to the backline. IGN was definitely lacking damage right now. CEO was not able to do pretty well, and Zushin, as you know, she is really annoying, but she doesn't have the damage. Also, Mirio onto that Hilda was going in for a defensive build, so they were really lacking the damage in the get go, which definitely Habusa and Paquito were not. So the fact that the trades offs were not really equal and they could not sustain at all, the stuff which fell a victory for Team Yellowstone, and also the fact that Harrod got fed that 703. That is a godlike MVP for him. Although you are completely right, I agree with you. Harvey did most of the important work which led them to victory, but that score is undeniably a really good one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this goes to say that we will be going on a break as the next round is going to be starting soon, guys. So, stay tuned. This is the grand finals. And, a new team, in fact, is taking down a powerhouse of a squad like IGN as well. So, guys, stay tuned once again as, IGN here could possibly make a wonderful comeback, or Yellowstone will be continuing on with this defensive streak. So, guys, stay tuned. We will see you guys in a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the fourth round of the grand finals here in RRG Esport Syndicate. And topping it off, man, I think that was a really devastating round for IGN over there. And the fact that just as you've mentioned, Miko, within 10 minutes they outdid themselves, and Yellowstone are on a streak with a 2-game win streak right here against IGN. Now we're gonna be this is gonna be the make or break for IGN. Will they be able to break this defensive streak and take home the victory, or will it go on and Yellowstone will be taking home the victory instead? We do not know yet. So, Miko, what are your thoughts right here now as they ban Hayabusa and the Phobius?
Definitely understandable. IGN definitely knows how dangerous Havisa can be because their hyper is also very comfortable onto that pick. And in the early game, he definitely has a lot of kill secure. Right now, even I feel they might be wanting to go in for the Harriet trick because Harriet is definitely one of the signature heroes for Aran. But then again, I feel like Yellowstone might know that as well. They do have the first pick, but maybe Batang. Let's see what kind of heroes they go for. The Phobius and the Joy has been banned. Even oh look at that. Aishin is actually going in for the Zushin ban. They do not want to take this hero, neither do they want this hero in the enemy. And the final ban, okay. Now, Kalia is also open, there's Badang open, and there's a lot of power picks who are still there. So I definitely wonder what kind of bans and trade-offs are gonna be there. Okay, Kalia is not gonna be there, looks like.
That's I really really love the design of Kalia. Her skill sets, because she we needed MOBA 5v5 needed a hero that just singles out a lot of heroes, because some uh, individuals in the game here, the characters themselves, they are the power spike coming in from multiple people here are, I would say, a little too much to handle. And
Definitely.
Syria is someone who can take them, either them away from the fight, or is going to be the one who stops their streak and make sure that his team gets that kill onto their side. But oh my goodness me, they're starting out with another Badang once again. This is looking good. This is looking good. Oh, what? They've outdid
Mhm.
themselves with Badang, Mako. They're doing so well, and Shiesty especially even secured, like, I think, a first blood and a turtle with the fist crack itself. So I can see that happening once again, probably in this match.
Now, as I said, like, Kalaya and Badam were open, but one of them got banned, so they were definitely going in for the trade-off. And yet again, I feel like they might be trying to. Okay, they are going in for the Bashia and Louis. This just means that Harith is yet again open. And is that really a good choice?
Oh
Guess what?
no.
Guess what?
No, no. Yellowstone knows what they know their opponent so well, man. That's it's scary to think about going against a team like this, a team that knows every single weakness that your team will either make or that you have is just a little too scary. But there we have it. It's something that really changes the way you play, and it makes you do better. So it could be a really tough lesson for IGN, or they're going to be able to make a breakthrough and deal with Yellowstone in this current round right now. But we do see a Fanny once again. Aaron going for the Moskov, and we saw in the second round, Mako, that I mentioned it before. Fanny only got 3 kills, but those 3 kills were so important against Aaron. Especially, he got killed off 2 times, and it was in a crucial moment. And Aaron got a power spike a little too late in the game, and he wasn't able to continue his build in order to help out his team, and they eventually lost that second round. And Fanny looks like he might be, thinking of doing that once again. And it could be proving really good too. And oh my goodness me, we see a Farsha and a Xavier being banned out. I think the Xavier ban is definitely going for the side of Yellowstone. He did so well. He did so bloody well in the second round as well. And I think they don't want a repeat of that.
Definitely. Now, I feel like, the fact that they went for Moscow against Fanny, that is very understandable. Basha is kind of a flex. He could even be the jungler, the roamer, but I feel like maybe jungle because, against a Fanny, he's not going to be able to do much. They definitely need some kind of punish. Louis, if played well, like, which onto the Louis is really dependable. So there will be a lot of diversion plays, but at the same time, the duality, the rotation can be a good trick against a Fanny as well. But will he be able to connect them properly? Now the question is, who is the one who is going to be facing off against Louis? Because they do need some amount of mobility and a bit of damage.
Exactly. Oh man. So Yellowstone here, they're making, they're right now they're thinking it through once again. See, they're taking their time with their picks. And oh, Selena mid. What? Again? I don't know what to say. Yellowstone are doing such a beautiful job at, I don't know how to say this, prioritizing, people. And that, the abyssal traps are going to be such a wonderful idea to know exactly where Luo Yi is going to be. Whether she's going to teleport somewhere else or she's going to be teleporting here, this, that. And, the duality here, the damage of the duality is from Luo Yi tends to be a huge problem when it comes to group fights, especially for heroes like, Khalid. It's Badang, they're the dive heroes here, even Fanny at this point. Fanny, even though she has those beautiful cables, but once that duality just hits in, everything cancels out, and it's a panic breaks in and slowly starts creeping through your bloodstream, and it makes you do mistakes. The things that you don't really plan to do, but it just happens oh so well. And there we have it. We have Fredrin on the side of IGN once again. Basha is gonna be, I think, maybe the roamer, but I think Jawhead would be the
No,
roamer here, and
I think
yeah,
Basha
I think
might
Basha would
just
be
go to
EXP.
EXP, yeah. Because Fredrin is a really good counter because his piercing strikes will be giving the taunt and the knockup. They will be cancelling the steel cable. So against your Fanny, that is a really good decision. Now the question is, how well can Scooby Doo pull it off? because there's also going to be the abyssal stuns, the arrows, and the traps, which will be flying around, giving vision against the diversion, as you said. Now, both the teams are looking really good, and I cannot really say which draft looks better. But then again, draft is only so much, and there is still the execution to go. Talking about execution, we are already here at the Land of Dawn, Sanctum Island, guys.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we are in. As Miko says, this is going to be the fourth round, a devastating one, in fact, as well for IGN because Yellowstone here are on a win streak, a beautiful, two-game win streak coming up here, and against a powerhouse like IGN, and they are a new team. Once again, let me remind this again and again, because this is something that new teams do not do, or even if they do, it usually comprises of known players. But then again, this is completely new team with new players, and they're doing so bloody well against IGN. Oh my goodness, the abyssal arrow bombing it. Oh, the flicker has been wasted. Vivage over here has to waste that flicker, and I don't think it's a good idea. Shiesty once again getting vision on a level 3 Fredrin, as Fanny is getting that level 4 soon, and Aaron is gonna be in trouble as the cutthroat is gonna be proving a huge ton of damage with the master assassin as well. Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, Harvey does
Oh,
go down to top lane.
yes, so Jawhead just prioritize the EXP because they know how much trouble the EXP causes, and this time
Mhm.
Harry is not going to be level 4. This is going to be a little hard because Fanny is not really that good in the objective. She could definitely try to steal, but then again, looks like Selena is pretty low as well. And well, the Turtles here, they did not really get a lot of time to gank the gold lane. Well, while the gold laners are doing pretty well alone. But then again, this time the prioritizations and the hero markings are doing much better. They are marking onto Harry because they know that Harry was a real issue back then in the last match.
Exactly. And oh my goodness me, we could be seeing another repeat of Shiesty stealing that, the turtle, but there we have it, Retribution has been saved up, the cables, panic streaking in to Kides as he, wastes 3 cables over there, but oh, Shiesty, with the help of that wind rune, gets away to safety. The fish crack, lovely distance, covered over there to save his own behind. And use Zoshin here having the vision on Fanny as well. It's looking good, and it might not be pretty good over here, but oh, the cutthroat locks in, and it is not looking good for Zoshin. I was just about to say it looks good, he might be able to get that Fanny down, but there we have it. Continuum taken down by Aaron. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, I think maybe IGN could possibly break the streak over here for their side.
Now, okay, once again, they are definitely marking down on Harvey, and looks like he will not be able to contribute a lot into the fight this time. But oh, Frederick is definitely having a relaxed time right now, but then again, Moscow with his spike is gonna be into the fight soon enough. And looks like Zazen is doing really good in marking the heroes right now. They are not really going after Continuum because they know that Harley till now does not have a spike. He's not gonna be the threat. And they are really narrowing down onto the threats.
Oh man, this is looking good. Vivage trying to get that duality being hit. But I think this is going to be a good save coming up as Scooby-Doo is in a really good slash bad position over here as the ultimate is locking in and he might be able to get this, but no! The burst coming in for Selena gets him away as the market coming up. Oh my goodness, Zoshin flying all the way to Fanny, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away from this. In fact, he's going to be taken down. Fanny coming in full HP, takes him down, and once again, guys here with the cables looking pretty strong over here, and oh my gosh, he gets Walden as well, and the stun coming up from Selena as well. Vivage, IGN, they're making a huge ton of mistakes here, and Fanny gets that triple kill for Yellowstone. Okay, even the turtle is up once again. They do need to get this, otherwise, they do not want a power spike coming up from Moskov as well. It's got to be pretty intense for even for a hero like Harris.
Definitely, but at the same time, Moscow has not been taken down even once. Well, he does not really have the power spike, so he's not really that valuable asset right now, but soon he is definitely gonna be. Basha uses up his ultimate. Look at that. Everything's there, and oh, the praise is red, and oh,
Oh,
he does get the red tree.
Moskov taken down once again by Continuum. But there we go. Harney G is taken down instead. But guys, Gable's away to safety as Shiesty and Harvey are just back trying to, obliterate their opponents. And Mirio and Fitch trying to get Continuum there. Zoshin trying to might be able to get the ejector on his side. And he does. He gets Shiesty down with the help of Mirio. But there we have it. The
Oh,
ultimate being popped off once again by Continuum. And there we have it. I think, oh, okay, the ejector was not used, and I think Harvey here was saved. In fact,
and that was good, like the unstoppable force onto Harrod, but then again, without the ejector, it's not really that helpful. The SOD as well missed, so he was really, really
oh,
lucky,
the
like he
people.
did survive, and the damage coming
Oh
in,
man,
that's unreal. Jarhead was taken down, as you can see. Once again, both the teams are doing pretty well, but looks like the team Yellowstone is still a little more dominating. Fanny with the cross application power, she is definitely like, just like her Hayabusa did. She's trying to put some pressure onto the lanes, and Harrod, after getting the kill onto the Fredrin, he is definitely having a lot of farm the gold right now.
exactly. And in the top lane, as we see the teams clashing down once again, two tanks against a another tank. This is kind of weird, but then we have it. These three guys are the initiators. Regin, Muriel, and I would say, oh my goodness me, Harvey popping in with that streak, and I think Dinner might be able to get this. In fact, but no, Scooby-Doo gets back to safety. Aaron hitting a beautiful spear of destruction once again, but I think they're not going to be able to get this. But Ovich coming up with the duality, hits them off with the 1-2 combo, and gets them back on their feet, and there we have it. Fanny not going to be able to have enough cables for that. The blade dance. There we have it. Harvey not able to get away to safety there. Oh my goodness me, that was close. That was really close. The quicksand guard was able to get them.
Oh,
Oh, Mirio so close to being a victim of the abyssal trap once again.
I was kind of expecting, like, Selena just flickering in and using the garage, like, getting a kill. But, oh, Dejector was also there. But, well, guys does get one total this time. Looks like the red tree gap is kind of speaking because, like, this time, both the times, Fredrin was successfully able to get the total, even without the Praises Rot, because I just see Praises Rot missing. Oh, once again, the demand force has been used, guys. He's coming in. The Wolfram. Oh, the unstoppable. Louis was taken down. Double kill. But okay, this time looks like Fredrin will be in a lot of trouble as well. The fact that they chose Fredrin for the last pick and Basha was taken out early because they know that Basha is a good counter against Fredrin. But then again, he's still having a tough time. Look at that, three people marching onto him inside the turret. The SOD does connect, and oh, the missile trap as well. Like, okay, Moscow will be surviving.
And that was a close call from their side. Okay, the Arjun is getting back on their feet a wee bit more. Oh, the ejector! A beautiful ejector coming out from thing here, but there we go. Aaron once again being taken down. Zoshin close to making sure that he's gonna be able to sustain that a little bit and save his lane. But Aaron, man, what the heck was that? What to say, man? They were a little too much. There was a little too much firepower coming in from their side as well. Yellowstone are doing a really good job at the macro over here, taking away the turrets while also focusing. They're only picking fights where IGN are starting. So that's a pretty good choice because they're kind of trying to counter attack as much as possible because they don't want to go against the full force of the Luo Yi or even that Zoshin over there. There we have it, the duality coming up as well. But the flicker saves Shiesty once again, but the Abyssal arrow hits. And Selena is the one who takes them down instead. Retribution missed by Scooby-Doo over here. Fanny is the one almost, might be the one trying to take that, but he does not want to risk going against that ejector over there.
Definitely,
What
like,
is
right now, IGN does have a disengaged type of formula. Like the heroes and all, while Yellowstone does have an engaging, like aggressive team composition. But then again, it's just the opposite which they are playing right now. Luigi is trying to play aggressive, and right now Selena is trying to disengage them with a distance. Oh, the double kill. The diversion
oh no,
literally backfired.
man, that was a close call as Continuum is the one who once again takes down Aaron the creator. Again, not creating the vibe as he used to. I think maybe he's not able to get their comfort picks, and it's not working out so well for IGN here. Yellowstone are on a streak, and they might be able to take this win once again, but we do not know as the power spikes are yet to come for the side of IGN. Oh
Well,
man.
that is true, but at the same time, it really looks hard for the power spike to come here because right now the goal difference is definitely speaking a lot. And look at that, the turrets, the objectives, they are really not in a good position right now. The Lord is also on the side of Yellowstone, so if they lose the inhibitors once again, we might be seeing a complete thorough push from the Yellowstone side.
There we have it. They're going to be able to defend that as well. They need to defend this, otherwise the fourth game is going to go down to Yellowstone once again on a 2-game lead over here. Fanny goes in trying to cable as much as possible, but the spear of misery and the fear that he might be caught in that. Oh my goodness me, the fish crack coming in as well. But what the hell, the turret shield kind of saved YS from making a crucial mistake over there. And that was a pretty funny situation to watch over there, but there we have it again. They are able to take out that Harith, and they might be able to do, at least defend this Lord. Otherwise, the second Lord is not going to be able to work. But the teleport coming up once again. Fanny might be in trouble over here, but no, he takes him down instead. Aaron once again
Oh,
being taken down. What the heck is happening over here? Emilio going down once again. Fanny coming up with a
see,
double
oh
kill.
my goodness. Harvey
What we
gave
do
such a
here?
perfect vision, and I thought they might be backing down and not using the dispersion diversion, but then again, they went in with the diversion, and guess what? That was a really bad decision. The moment Moscow was taken out, this is gonna be really bad because Louis does not really have a good clear. Since her duality does not work on minions, and against 5 people, this definitely does not look good. Oh, the SOD does connect, but
No, no. I think this is gonna be the end of the fourth round here. Oh my goodness me! What the heck is happening for IGN? This really is not the IGN that I remember. The team that dominated a huge ton, especially in the previous tournaments as well. But I think man, I have no words, man. Yellowstone are doing so well. In fact, they're able to counter out each and every pick that IGN is doing as well. What are they missing?
now they definitely have to get their head in the game because right now this is gonna be really, really bad with the scoreboard 1-3 against IGN. This could be the last match if Yellowstone win. So, guys, are you excited? Because all you have to do is like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and be a bit patient as we will be back right after a short break.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Haunted Arena Horizon, and it's your RRG Esport Syndicate presented you this beautiful tournament in collaboration with the Fusion Prime official as well as Simp official and Draco official and Vista. Here we are for the fifth set, which I was hoping at that moment when the second match went to YS, but I was not hoping this thing. That I even asked that are we gonna see a reverse sweep or are we gonna see comeback from YS? But it's kind of looking like a reverse sweep because you can't say it's a reverse sweep because only the first set went to the IGN and then it was all LO in the MLBB in the Land of Dawn, you can say. But right now in the casting deck, it's your boy STZ, and with me is none other than my mentor is here, Miko, joining me. Hello, Miko. How is going? You've been casting 2 matches. How was it? I mean, YES totally dominating or what?
Definitely, this time, first match in 10 minutes, second match 11 and a half. That is a lot of domination of one side of Massacre because both the teams realized that they cannot be careless and not give free kills. At the same time, the drafting phase of mind games are going really, really good. Once again, we can see that the Harusa and the Fanny are being banned with a bang. Like all of these faced a lot of trouble. They were really good in the last two games, but this time we will definitely have to see who they are prioritizing because they might be going in with the Zushin again, but then again, there's a Matilda open, there's a Florin open, there's Kalea open, and a lot of other things, but only one band left. I feel like one of the supports, yes, one of the supports will be getting banned, the other one will be getting paid. This does mean that Florin is not really that good, I feel, in these lineups. So yes, there is high chance of a Kalea or a Zushin. But we'll have to see what they go in for the trade-offs.
Look at that, Kalea from the side of IGN right now. After losing the first set, after winning the first set and then losing three more sets consecutively, here you have a little bit of confidence low. We see that things from the teams, but right now we're talking about the OG IZN. Yes, guys, the IGN who represented our MLBB Community Cup tournaments previously as well, but right now they are here to prove themselves. They're the top in the elite leaderboard, and why yes, these guys are new into the zone. I told you about their history that they just started it in just 2 months, you can say. They won the Shadow Rise, they went into the finals of Norwin Community Cup, right with the Ryuga Esports, and a 2-3 defeat they got. And right now this Wounded Lions are here and they must be thinking to win this match and take on this match point match 2 into their hand. And with this, we're gonna see a Harith and a Chukshin coming on. The first match, we saw Harith into the hand of Aaron the Creator. But right now, everybody, look at that. The time is up. They know the game is on right now. So Aaron will be going with his ace pick. That's a Granger. Miko, is it a danger that he's having his Granger?
Now, this is the point because last match, this was the same scenario, and Aaron did not do that well with his Granger. And Continuum has been continually taking that Harrod pick for 3 matches. This time, yet again, last match, as I was saying, against the Granger, it was a MVP victory with a 7-0 legendary godlike score for Harrod. Will it be the same this time? Looks like they are going in for the Hilda ban. Maybe they might be going in for another assassin pick, maybe a CEO. The let us see. There is Lucas getting banned. The fact that Lucas was open and during the first phase, no one actually wanted to pick a Lucas. That definitely shows because we know that Witch is really good with the Valentina. Also, the enemy, like there are a lot of counters, and he's not really that viable right now when it comes to a well coordinated team in a proper tournament. While he might be really good for solo fights and like ranking up, but this is a completely different strategy here.
Miko, what do you think? The Pobius ban was obvious that a Harith is coming up. So going for that Kalea with a Harith trade, will it gonna work perfectly? I know Zozen. I know he's a great Kalea player right now. He do plays it greatly. His initiation, his Tsunami Slam, everything is perfect into the hand. But you're gonna face a Gatot Kacha into your against. Maybe in the roam, and there is I mean, they already prepared for the respect. If he's coming with the utility jungler, we have a Juxian into our side. I mean, kind of, you're gonna say, I'm not saying that YES is right now sitting in the passenger seat, therefore I'm saying this, but it's kind of, after winning 3 consecutive match against a team like IGN, your confidence will be like in the Mount Everest. So you know that thing. And right now, we're gonna see a Khalid again. We did saw that in the last previous match. Yellowstone going for a Khalid EXP. Harvey. And again, they're going with that. Honey G onto the Juxian. Now it's main guys to be going for the jungle. But before that, we were hoping not for a utility jungler, as it's a Juxian being there in front of them. But still, they're going with the Basha right now with the CC into the EXP. How it gonna work against a Khalid?
Yeah, Basha does have a lot of mobility with his wheel farm, so it's not really like Zishan will be creating a lot of trouble. But then again, the fact that they banned Hilda was definitely pointing towards the fact that they will be going in for a assassin. But then again, this is really looking good because Fasa and a Ling are not really that comparable. Like this is going to be problematic for Witch in a lot of grounds. But then again, they do have a really mobile composition. Fasa and her bird farm. There's also Mirio, who can dance and kite the Granger as well. So it's going to be really problematic even for Ling to narrow them down and get a kill. But soon we will be heading on to the land of dawn.
Yep, and this composition coming from Yellowstone, I have seen this against the Vitality Esports. They went with the same composition with the Ling against a Basha, and that was a question when me and I think Culprit was doing the casting at that time, and I asked that what it will be. Will it be working against a Basha? I mean, I know Ling also got the mobility, Basha also have the mobility, but will it work? And it does work. Main guys with his Ling, but right now IGN, we all know them. We all know their confidence. We all know they are one of the greatest squad of India, and they know how to come back. They know how to push them towards the win. They know that they can also reverse sweep from here. So let's see how it goes for both the teams as the match is proceeding. We can see a lot of poking coming on from Hani G at this point. Basha going on right now in the bush. Will be surprised by Sisti, and there you go, a fight coming up.
Right now, that is a lot of problems created by Zushin. The first blood going to Zushin against Fasa. Fasa was a little out of position, but then again, Green was here with a Rhapsody dealing a lot of damage. Rhapsody is he's definitely a physical mage at this point. But guess who's running the fight a little late to the show? I think that Harrod should have been a bit earlier. Maybe he could have secured a kill or at least an assist for himself. But then again, this is really early into the match, so we cannot say a lot. Looks like Ling will be getting the gold crab as well. Ling and Basha, both of them are level 4 right now, disengaging to the point that they are going back into the mid lane. Once again, we can see all the templates have been used and Fasa is forced to retreat back, but at the top lane, off camera, Harith was taken down by Basha.
Yep, and right now we're gonna see 2 kills being on from both these sides at this point. And the turtle, the river side is on, and we can say that nobody is interested in the first turtle. I mean, they will be coming after taking some jungle to their hand, so that retreat level will be into the same situation for both these sides. But right now we can see the turtle dance already been initiated by IGN, and Jukshin being there again, pulling up the okay. In the meantime, in the off cam, we do see that Khalid managed to take down the Fursa, and revitalizing popping over there. It will be Respect taking now the turtle. IGN will be taking on, but it will be Gatot Kacha getting down that Kalea. CC managed to take on the Ling even after the temperature plate got cast. But still, he got out from the map, and look at that, Crimson Bacon coming on, 2-man being there right now. Feather airstrike from Vich after resurrecting Magnet in the map, and the damage onto the Jushin is lost. It will be Forza taking out the Jushin at this point. Vich going for a double kill. AOG coming on, will not be giving Vich his double kill. But do you saw that Granger 1v1 getting onto that Harith?
Definitely. Now, both sides are actually doing good from IGN, like the bottom and the top, because the lethal ignition and the fact that Farsa managed to kill off Zushin, that was really good. The zoning potential coming in from the feathered airstrike, and I must say that Ling is definitely not able to do a lot because he doesn't have kills, and he definitely needs the blue before he can go in for the neutral objectives like a total. He does have a tendency to lose the red trees until unless the enemy is completely zoned out or taken down. Once again, in the mid lane, looks like there's a fight going on, and oh, Khalid will be taken down.
Yup, Khalid will be taken down as well. We can see there is some pressure for. Oh my goodness, look at that. He will be catching up, but no, he will not be able to catch it up because the Purify will be into the action. That is why he just took that spell into his hand. But look at that Feather Airstrike coming on. AOG for the save again. It's not a good idea every time you're going for a save. I mean, to survival AOGs.
Definitely. I see Chelsea as like always defensive right now, and that's actually a good thing because the fact that he were doing really good because they were on the aggressive. I did see that Harvey was the one engaging and Chelsea was the one who's flanking in. But right now, Harvey is being taken down too fast, and Chelsea is like, always being forced into the defensive ultimates. And this a lot of difference is because Witch is on a really aggressive damaging hero.
Again, the second neutral objective being upped by the side of IGN right now going on, and here we go. Ling will be taken out. There's a lot of damage from that CC, we can say. 7-4 is the score, and kind of IGN pushing back into the match. And they may be able to come back in this match because I don't see any kind of signs from YS playing it the way they were playing in the three matches before. But right now, invading the jungle will not be helping IGN to take down the red buff. I mean, Jushin managed to get that, and not Jushin, it was Gatot Kacha managed to take down that red buff for himself.
That is true, but okay, once again, we can see that the Hyper is giving the rotation. They are letting Harvey join the team fights. The AOG has been used aggressively this time, and Farsa will be taken down. Once again, Scooby-Doo is looking in a little bit of trouble. The Crimson Beacon, the fluttering face, and he will be pulled back. There is a Quicksand God trying to heal himself. Kalia is trying to be the forefront, trying to heal his team. And a good disengage coming in, a wise choice indeed.
Was going there in the top. There is kind of 1v1 going on, whereas Ling not wants 1v1, but CC is still chasing him. Retreat will be on to the CC to slow her down, but will not be enough to take her down at this point. But look at that, invade again after the red buff. Here you go, Feather Airstrike coming on, leading a lot of damage onto the Katot Kacha. Killing spree for the Aaron. Aaron is getting into the mark, and it's a bad news whenever he gets into the mark with his Granger. It's a danger for the opponent side. But look at that, trying for a Tsunami Slam, will not be able to beat the mobility of Ling.
Ling definitely is having problems right now. He doesn't have the blue and the KDA as well. He is not really getting the snowball. This also impedes continuum because he did not get the snowball. He does not have the spike yet. Whereas on the other hand, Granger with a KDA of 302, he definitely has more items. So let us just look at them. But once again, the dance is going on.
And here you go, the item section is being on right now. Turtle again onto the IGN side. Miko, can you say me? I mean, Salim's kite onto his hand. Had it. Not going for a Holy Crystal yet. Maybe. It will be on the third.
Completely understandable. With his Solemn side, he definitely needs the Feather of Heaven first, and then the Holy Crystal. But look at that, the Tsunami Slam and the Surging Wave taking out Ling as if he were nothing.
I was thinking he would have been using the Tempest of Blade, but he doesn't have it at that moment and got trapped into the hand inside the tower. That is what his IGN is. I mean, even though they lost 3 matches, they're still not. Going down. They're showing their aggression, being into the turret, taking down that Link. This is because of the goal lead, you can say. 5k already. 4k.
Definitely. Now, with his goal lead, looks like this time IGN might just pull up comeback because all the neutral objectives have gone in favor of IGN for now, and the goal difference is really good for the people who actually need it. That is Granger as well as right now onto the Bastia, who both have 0 deaths as well as CC. Once again with the feathered airstrike, which is really zoning them out so good.
Tried his Desert Tornado and then going for a quick Sand Gap, but a Feather Airstrike, and there's then the creature managing the kills into his hand. It's a good way that he's getting back, and it's a bad way for YS as well, we can say. But the draft kind of looking strong for YS side, but then it was ICN who just come out of the blue with the CC pick. Mirio is right now again playing the Starboy role. He always do. But let's see how it goes because all of them are ready for this Lord. I don't think Team Y is going to contest it because it didn't contest for any neutral objective. I don't think they will be coming for this Madara, and it will be easy Madara farm for IGN.
Definitely, as I said, like without the blue and without a bit of like items, Ling is not going to be able to do much because he definitely missed his snowball already. And against Abashia, he definitely will not be able to steal it because as he that Scooby Doo is really winning the retry battles against the Kais. Right now, we do see that the team is regrouping back. That is a wise decision, but will they be able to stop it? Because the bottom lane, the inhibitor is completely naked, and IGN has yet to lose even one turret.
Yup, and here you go. Diamond Force coming up right now. Tsunami Slam, but Kalea in a very bad position. Flicker will be pop off. Shut down for the creature. Tempest of the double kill right now to the Kalea. And here we go. Oh my goodness, Raging Sandstorm coming on. Maybe a triple kill for main guys. No, it's Khalid taking down Beach at this point. 4-man getting down. Engines popped up by the CC. Revitalizing being on right now. And here you go. Ling is dealing a lot of damage from the backline, but Richie will be pop up as well. But still, the Basha being on with the ult, slowing down the Gatot Kasha will be taking him as well. A 1-4-3 trade come for IGN. Lord being up, but it will be easily clear it down from that side. Ling right now going back into the safer zone.
Now, even after that trade-off, not a lot of lives were lost. So both the teams are trying to maintain the balance of the team fights. But it's just that Ling definitely has to be a little more careful. Once Ling actually, proves to be of good use to the team, he definitely got the blue. Okay, no, he did not get the blue yet again.
The damage. Look at the Feather Airstrike as well as that Granger's Death Sonata, the Poke Burst combo, the OG combo we always talk about is really giving a hard sip to the YES at this point because Jushin being there, full HP, and then the Feather Airstrike and the Death Sonata came up and she was just an inch of HP running back to the base. That's what Poke Burst is for. And you can say, the Gatot Kacha do manage in that Poke Burst combo. They didn't got it, but they got the Basha into their side and they went for the CC. We all know that CC doesn't have that much sustain which a tank EXP can give, but still he's managing in this match well.
Definitely. Now, CC is definitely is a winning lane hero, but then again, she is being used to zone out the enemy and make sure that her mobility is used because Ling is trying to split push, but they are definitely not gonna let him do that. Got the damage, the Death Sonata, and the Rhapsody combined together, like more than half HP of Ling was completely drained out so soon.
He was trying just like Choco Chan. I remember Team YS losing that match against Ayuga just because of the split push from the jungle. But right now, IGN is not like them. They know that the possibility of the split push coming up, the lane pressure will be there, macro will be a play. But right now, Tsunami Slam and oh my goodness, the damage with the Death Sonata just popped up. Jushin will be sent to heaven as well as we can see a 1v1 from the jungle. But Ling recalling back into the safer zone. Basha being on to the offside will be coming back soon. But the damage from the Salmon Force as well as the fusion coming on. Chrono has being there as well. But it will not be much to take down Harith at a very less HP. But will be capturing that CC right now. Starboy has to fall down for the first time in this match. Raising Sandstorm on two people. Tempest of Blade coming on. Ling going for collecting the sword. But will not be enough to take down any fatalities from the side of IGN at this point. Look at that. Claiming the kill on the Gatot Kacha with the Rhapsody. Gatot Kacha wants to flew back, but it will not be happening over there. Killing spree for respect. Maybe a Lord's dance will be starting right now for the IGN side, or they gonna wait for it. But look at that. There's a tornado. Death Sonata will be there. Rhapsody as well. The mobility coming up, but it will be Forza taking out Khalid. Inch of HP. Aaron managed to escape.
But and Ling missed that. That is really close. But with this Aaron surviving, this is going to be really problematic. But Ling is there. He is going to make sure that he gets his spray. And he does get it. Ooh. He just got the shutdown with his retribution.
But look at the notorious war going by that Harith right now. Continuum with the goal lane. And look at that. The Starboy coming up right now, giving a lot of damage. But oh my goodness. But that vision was so much for the CC to, I mean, sustain at that point. He just got melted down at that moment. Right now, the Lord is here, but no one is contesting it.
Harith already has his Holy Crystal, the Starlium Sight, and a lot of penetration with the Divine Glaive. So he definitely does have the power to melt them down. He was really struggling with mana, and that is why he was running away. But then again, CC was really low, and CC does have a lot of regen, but she does not really have a lot of HP. So a true damage and high amount of burst can literally take her down, and that is exactly what happened. Looks like the map control is back to Team Yellowstone for a bit. But then
Yeah.
again, Kai's was shut down. He did get a 4 kills continuously and then he was taken down. So now the question is, who will be able to keep continuous charge of this momentum?
Initiation coming up from the side of team. Oh my goodness, raising Sasha with the flicker coming up over there. Crimson Bacon as well. And here you go, AOG being there, but will not be enough. And here you go, Harith onto that Kalea will be claiming the kill as well. One more down, and the poor man capturing the jungle of IGN before the Lord fight could have been take up. And in the meantime, Kalea is being down. Nobody to zone out the situation. Nobody to take up the damage. Easy Lord coming off for the side of YES. Is this the comeback, Miko? We are waiting for.
This definitely could be a comeback, but still there are a lot of turrets left. So, with Farsa's zoning abilities and Granger's burst, they could definitely, survive this round. But then again, if the lone synchring is correct and Link a bit sacrificial, but maybe takes down Farsa or Granger, then this could literally be the end of the game.
Yep, and with this, the Lord coming up, marching down to the bot lane, and the 5-man already been straight, ready and steady. I mean, that moment where Kalea went for that initiation was not a right moment. She should have waited for it, because the same thing is what Y is doing from the beginning. They were initiating the fight. Farsa and Granger will be having their perfect position. Right now, Tempest of Blade coming up right now. Feather Airstrike as well.
That was a good move, definitely a good move. Kalea was hiding there and Bing was careless. Bing got completely careless and he was taken in by the Tsunami Slam. The Tempest of Blades was completely wasted and right now they will not be able to end it.
Shut down to the Basha as well as the turret falling down in the individual. Zaman Force being on. Vengeance popping over there. Feather Airstrike on the point. Flicker coming up. Gatot Kacha will be finished down. And the minions as well. No more minions to claim this base onto their side. But no. The Anbu Ops are coming up. But I think Team YS will be backing off at this moment. They know that the Medi Ninja are already here. They don't want to fight it back. They know it's not the time. Madara fall down. We should wait for it. We should wait the Rinnegan against Awaken. Will be coming back.
That was a wise decision, but as I said, the fact that Link was completely zoned out and his ultimate was baited out, that was the issue because if he could take out Farsa, then they could have ended it all. Even Granger was fine, but the marking and the initiation, the timing of the engage, that was what went wrong.
Yes, and here you go. I mean, a little bit of pace off right now. After all those fights being on in the Land of Dawn, we saw each and every moment full of fights. And so right now they are waiting for the perfect moment to catch up the Lord. And I will suggest why yes, right now they should wait. They should wait that the Fursa and Granger come up for the initiation with the Kalea. Then AOG or the Fursa. Link can catch up the Granger as well. Taking out the backliners will be helping them a lot to take down the Basha as well. They got the Shukshin into their side, so it will be easy to catch up the Basha. So this could be the greatest plan for them. And for IGN,
Oh,
same
even
goes for
Basha
them.
got the Winter Crown, so this is going to be interesting because they are definitely trying to outplay the enemies. We know that Farsa also has a Winter Crown, and this time the Lord is back. It is an 18-minute Lord, so it's going to be the Evolved Lord, which is going to deal devastating damage. If Yellowstone manages to get this
Lord
might be
being
the
taken
end.
down.
But oh, that burst!
Feather Airstrike being on right now. Tempest of Blade coming on, capturing Witch at this point. And look at that, at a sliver of HP, they will manage to get down that Khalid as well. Ling went for overextension, maybe wipe out as well at this point. Yes, it will be CC. The star boy Mirio taking down Ling. Even though they got the Lord right now into the hand, but three-man got down, and I don't think IGN will be pushing at this point. But Resurrection will be there from YS, but YS is going for push as well. I'm not sure. Miko, is this right? They should have win.
This definitely does not look that good because I think IGN might be surviving. But then again, Vice is doing a really good job. Like, the more they actually play aggressively and the more they can save the HP of Madara, the more time the other members have to resurrect.
Yep. And here you go, Madara being there, Feather Airstrike coming up, Jushin still not holding back. Right now going on to the Basha at a sliver of HP, we managed to get back. But the team is up right now with the Anbu Ops are coming on. It's kind of a thing that they will be taking on a fight again into the base. But no, Gatot Kacha, Khalid being in the backside. Main guys doesn't want to take on a fight right now. Will be again off the pace.
The fact is, the Wind of Nature as well. So they are definitely prepared for Link's dive in. And the moment Link dives in, he's gonna be like completely vulnerable because they have the Winter Crowns, they have the Wind of Natures. And right now, both the teams are 5v5. Looks like the advantage is roughly towards IGN when it comes to the spells and items. But then again, overall momentum is definitely with Yellowstone right now. The morale and the fact that they have a lot of gold, like they both the teams are completely like full builds right now. So a little mistake can cost either team the whole match.
Yep, because it's already 20 minutes, so resurrection will be the biggest problem right now. If you're losing 3-4 members, it will be the end. And look at that, Ling right now giving some, taunt to the IGN, we can say, because 4-man was there. He knows that he can flew away, so he just do that. But the thing is, at this point, I feel like IGN should go for this lot, should contest for this lot, but the way they are channeling the position into the jungle of IGN, it's a free lot for them. That is why river control is always the important thing in the match. Nobody's there to initiate, and here you go, Harith taking down, but Kalea coming on with the tsunami slam, Purify being on right now, but they'll be cutting over that. Gatot Kacha for subbing there, will be taking out Jushin as well, revitalizing popped up, AOG for a save, 1 man already down, Khalid and the co will be going back. Lord coming up without the Jushin. Can you think, Miko? Is this the end, or are we gonna see the 4th Lord as well?
This is really hard to tell because this could be the end. The Lord does have a lot of HP. But then again, last time they realized that after taking the Lord, that dying was actually the issue. And once again, the Athena, that is just a counter for Harith because Harith is the one dealing the most damage. But look at that, Harith is actually targeting the base only.
Oh my
And
goodness!
that was ingenious. The fact that just a minion was there, everyone was so focused on the heroes and Madara that they forgot that one minion who is taking the damage from the base is enough for Harith to use his Zaman force and take out the base turret.
The defending champion of Orisa series in the RRG Esport Syndicate just lost to Yellowstone, a new team, underdog team, rising right now. Just started their journey by defeating top 1 elite leaderboard team, that is IGN, who is about to go to the mythic leaderboard. What a game, what a sensational gameplay from the side of team Yellowstone. I can say a whole through gameplay from them. The first match, 22 minutes game, it was. They lost it with the Harley being into the EXP. That was something exceptional they did at that moment. Second match went for a Valentina EXP. I was hoping it for a mid. Another exceptional move. They got the second match, they got the third, they got the fourth, and then it was the 5th to just take it on the mark and to take the crown to their home. It's the Hunted Arena Origin champions, none other than Yellowstone, Main Guys, and the Continuum, their X Factor, as well as Hani G, the one who just stood like a wall, even though she's a mage. And the initiation from Harvey, it was a total 100% game. Miko, silvers, you can see only one MVP onto the boy, that is Main Guys. So are you think they just snatch it a defeat?
Definitely, just remember that he was, 0-3-3, and then he went 4-0-3, and then there was 4-4. The complete roller coaster, and the fact that they were continuously faced with offsets, they were losing the turrets and all. Even the goal difference was not in their favor. That was a complete turn back come over in the last match. After dominating two matches so well, this was kind of retribution, and they literally proved themselves being able to adapt to different situations, and proper thinking that even with the Lord, when there is only one or two people left, the abilities that Zushin developed and the exhibition of the skills, that was really, really good. A well deserved indeed title. That is the title of the champions of the Haunted Arena Origins.
What a game! What a sensational gameplay I was saying about, and this is they deserve this win. With this, I mean, the whole excited week will be coming into an end. It's the Haunted Arena Origin powered by RRG Esport Syndicate in collaboration with Fusion Prime as well as Simp Official, Draco Official, and Vista. Thank you all the sponsors to help us do this tournament, as well as to all those casters. I will take everybody's name. It was Pichi, Ray, Itami, Asuya, Jai, SM, RV, and Miko as well. Even Ricardo into the finals. Thank you everybody to all for all the support you gave in the casting as well as the streamer Kurama. Thank you so much for giving your time into the streaming. It was totally wholesome production. We can say that he just provided us in the stream. Thank you so much for that, and as well as our referees Yuri and Meltdown. Thank you for guiding the whole teams into I mean all those things you just done in the referee section. Everything should go in a partial way, not in a I mean, you can say everything was perfect. So thank you for that, and as well as the RRG's organization members, everybody who was just working for this tournament, editors, everybody, each and everyone, mods, everybody. Thank you so much for all the help and all the support you did, and also to our lovely viewers who always there for us to watch our beautiful stream, beautiful matches, beautiful gameplays, and also the fans of IGN as well as Yellowstone. Yellowstone, remarkable gameplay, remarkable win, snatch the victory out from the hand of IGN in the fifth set, and a total 4-1 win for them in this finals. With this, me, STZ, and Miko will be signing off. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Good night. Shabak here. Bye bye.